Let's see if
Fingers
it
crossed.
does.
People were clamoring.
Let's see if it does.
I see you've been in my streams, Nate. I appreciate your viewership. It means a lot to me, man.
All right, I'm in. Bro, why was Ed in your fucking last stream, man? That was Ed. That was Ed going in on an Oxycontin nap after saying he wants to fuck you or something, that he wants to get on your Tinder or something like that. Was Ed.
You believe that's Big Ed?
That was totally Ed, bro.
I could believe it. Kill Mitch is pretty weird, and Big Ed used to say weird shit to me too, so I could believe it.
He said that
He
shit
was
to
in my
Kirby
stream today.
all the time.
Let me ask you a question then, Nate. You saw the Kerbal Gooner leaks, I guess you can say. At least you find it amusing. I can't hate.
I mean, the fact that he has a GF right now means that there's not as much to worry about because he can kind of like distance himself from his internet shit, and then he can live his best life. You know, that's what we hope. Man, my camera's
Did you
wonky as shit.
find the meme funny though? That he said if he looked like he wished he was born a woman.
You know, I'm not gonna be a dick.
I
That
laughed
shit was
because
ironic, but if I'm going to be a dick, I'm like, whoa, buddy.
I like Kerbal. Kerbal always says weird shit like that, so it's not off. It's not off for him. That made me laugh.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. He's a good spirited person. Back down to 27. Okay, so my volume on my microphone autonomically goes down all the time. And I am so sorry for this. I have no idea how to fix this because this is absolutely a problem with my system itself. My Microsoft system itself. Now, if I could only learn how to use these like new AI coded Arch Linux, you know, then I could probably piece things together one by one, and by that time I'll know everything about shit, and things won't be hard. But it would take
Well,
some
at
time.
that point, Nate, you'll probably have your own Splinter site. You'll have the what would your site call it? The Peach Ranch,
that
Orange
sounds
Mansion.
that sounds like a gay dating website.
Hey, we could sell it, Nate. Remember, you say that now, but I just said it. You thought of it. We can probably sell that idea to a Fortune 500 or a tech bro. Let's be real. Nate, you thought of it. If I want 50% on the endorsement, please. You can have 100% ownership of Peach Ranch. I just want 50% of all the endorsements.
Sure,
If they get
bro.
signed by Coke, thank you.
You're my partner,
That's all I
man.
need.
Not in the
Hey,
sexual
partner in
way, though.
crime.
Speaking of which, how's Candlejack?
No, I haven't spoke to Candlejack actually. I haven't seen her in chat.
Okay,
What about
so
you,
I hate to
Candlejack?
say
I
this,
know she
but let me
watches my streams.
let me lay down
Oh,
some wisdom for you, brother. You should not have told her that people were talking shit behind her back, because that
I did
would
not
just
say
make her
that.
feel paranoid.
I did not say that.
You did. I remember it was like a week ago. You said people are being mean to you in chat today, but I defended you, and it's just like it's very chivalrous to say that, but it's even more chivalrous to just say that, just
She
pretend
said
it
that
didn't
people
happen.
were bullying her, Nate, and then I said yes, that's true. So yeah, I did say that, but she did bring it up. It's not like I went out of my way. I don't bring up other people's drama in my stream. It's my
Yeah,
stream.
yeah. I'd still
I'm
just.
glad you watch my streams
I
though.
do. I
I
do.
see. I see that. I've been getting views. If you've noticed, that's why I need you to
Yes.
get your views up.
Yeah,
What
man.
the hell are you
Yeah.
doing?
We gotta advertise more, and we gotta actually like take the energy that I'm generating on Twitter and bridge it into our projects, and then we'll be getting hundreds of views. I promise you. Because we got Dog
No,
Zero's
Nate,
really
Nate.
rooting for me very specifically because I think he kind of likes the um, intellectual Catholic sort of, and he would like you a lot too once he got to know you. Jeff definitely.
Nate,
Dog Zero's a really
all you
nice
have
guy.
to just stream every day, Nate, and you'll be fucking famous. People watch you. You had at least 10 people watch an 8-second clip of you fumbling at OBS. Nate, if
Yeah.
you had any consistency, you will gain and garner viewership. People like the crazy shit you say. All you have to do is stream like an hour a day every day. You you said in my stream, you want to talk about me talking about people on streams. You said, and I quote, you were gonna watch Trigun and work out on stream. Where is that stream at, Nate?
Now, that'd be cool, but like I really do want to like provide workout tips and nutrition tips.
That's what I mean.
Stuff like that. I'm not perfect
You had
by any
people in
means.
the chat telling you to do that. They were so hyped. They were like, "Holy shit, Nate exercising on stream? That sounds lit." While you're watching Berserk or whatever,
Yeah.
Nate. I'm telling you, you'll be bigger than Z's. No sleep off.
What the hell was that called? Psycho fuck music or something like that. That's.
I'm telling Nate. Women were asking about. Poe was like, Nate. She was clamoring for the workout stream. I'm just saying.
Who's she?
Poe from the Kiwi Farms.
Is she Sploogies?
No, she's not Sploogies, but she's one of your. Unironically, she's one of your secret admirers because she was talking about you in chat. She said she would. I'm just saying, hey, women love you.
Well, you know, she's welcome, but
watches your streams.
Speaking of which, have you seen Sploogies around? Boo Woo, Dragon Lady.
Ooh. Oh well, it was in chat, but Sploogies is. She's like, she's gone with the wind. She'll come back. She comes in with the strip breeze.
Ooh, there's a lot of new.
She watches your videos though, but you haven't been uploading.
There's a lot of new laws passing in England and stuff, and like she could get in trouble, you know, if she was in the wrong places.
Don't say things for people to get in trouble. Let's put it that way. People want to watch you, Nate.
I hope she's subscribed.
I'm glad I'm talking to you. She is subscribed. She is, Nate. Yes. Women love your streams. You have probably a bigger female viewer base than I do.
Right on.
I get Butt in my streams, Candlejack, and Haram Burger.
Haram Burger was the only guy that was nice to me when everything was going to shit. And he tried to tell Null, yo, I actually looked at these documents really closely, and it's not the way that you think it is. And Null ignored him. But that's in the past. Now, I think that Null could create. I think Josh could create. I know he's feeling very down in the dumpski right now, but I think he could create a real coalition against Ashton's bullshittery because he's kind of alienated a lot of like people who consider PPP like a weird homosexual, aggressive, nihilistic, hypocritical, anti-Christian, pretending to be a Christian, sort of weird, like Shabbos goy, fat, obese, bald, greasy weirdo, screaming and banging a triangle and jingling keys in front of people's heads. He kind of alienated people by getting super, super close to PPP. But like now that they're like,
you watching Kino Casino, Nate? To interrupt.
Dog, I tried my hardest to watch that like 2 years ago, and like I just kept on the grating Warski screams. I cannot understand how people can tolerate that shit. PPP can be really funny. He can be really smart.
Sometimes I will give you that.
But he's also
like PPP's entertaining.
Incredibly mean. Mean on a petty level.
Yeah, he's a disingenuous because he comes from a preacher family. His grandfather preached, so he learned the best way to manipulate people is to preach, and there's a certain way to carry yourself when you're trying to manipulate people. That's why he was good at manipulating DSP because he's a fucking idiot.
And put the money in the basket right now. The seed will be planted, and you will grow in the Lord. And I'm not gonna get off this stage. Exactly. Yeah.
And that's why PPP. That's why he screams a lot because screaming. To quote Malcolm in the Middle, it's one of my favorite shows of all time.
It's a great show.
Lois literally said, if you ain't yelling, they ain't listening. And it's really, it's such a little statement, but it's a true fact. Because most people, if you're me, I talk very retarded and slow. People don't take me serious until I'm yelling at them. They're like, oh, okay, whatever.
You have a constant stream of niceties that a lot of people struggle to have because they're not nice and they hate themselves. And you seem to like yourself on a certain level. You can self-depreciate, and that allows you to love other people.
Entertain.
That allows you to love other people, because a true love of yourself is the love of your neighbor. You know, that's a Christ parable.
I wouldn't say like that. Like you said, I do. I go out of my way to make people feel good.
Now, not the neighbors that are fucking lighting shit on fire on the corner of your property. That's not what I'm talking about.
I mean, yeah, not those guys. They're bad people. We ignore them.
I throw piss on them.
Would you, Nate? They're Chinese people.
Yes. I don't give a fuck. PP in your Coke.
So your piss proclivities do not, they span not race, not religion, not
No, it's
gender.
all
You will
about
throw piss on
justice.
anybody.
Justice is not racist.
Okay, so we're gonna use piss as a level for justice now. Anytime you need to say anything for justice, we're just gonna say piss. You just piss on them. That's how we know true justice has been sought after and compelled over.
How's
We got
Justice
that.
Butt? How's Justice Butt been?
Just the butt. He has been watching you, Nate. He's been waiting. He was asking me when's the stream, and I've been telling him I don't know. Nate's been doing Nate stuff.
He wants
What
to
have
see
you been doing, Nate?
he wants to see the potluck stream, and it's just like I made a gorgeous omelet this
potluck
morning. Absolutely beautiful.
A gorgeous omelet today, and you didn't stream that.
I
put it
know.
on
I
YouTube.
wanted to. I've been dealing with a lot recently. I gave my dad an exorcism.
Go into that, please. I'm actually very curious.
It took multiple days, and he threatened
Okay.
to hurt me and call the cops on me and destroy everything that I own and stuff like that. But recently, he started reading the Bible more, and he cried, and he came to the Lord, not because of him being punished. That was all screaming. Not a tear fell when he was being punished. And when he was being punished, I just took away his phone and I took away his TV, so he couldn't play. You know, he was watching TV for like 10 to 16 hours a day and playing video games on his phone, right? So
what game does your dad play?
he plays these little idle games on his phone.
Like a Temple Run or something?
Kind of. Actually, it's a lot like Temple Run, believe it or not. Yeah.
Oh, is it Subway Surfers?
It's like that. You know, it's
Okay.
it's this like rush game where he
Swipe.
builds up the defenses. It's not a tower defense game, but he builds up the defenses at the bottom of the screen, and then enemies rush down. You know, and it's not
Okay.
like
Yeah.
Clash Royale or anything
gotcha?
like that either. No, it's literally just an idle game.
Okay. Secondly, what compelled you to believe your father had a demon in him to?
It's not my
be
words.
exercised?
He said he needed he said today
He said, okay.
that he needed an exorcism, and I told him like that's what the last 3 days have been. You know, and I've talked to him for like 10 hours. I've been cooking and cleaning, simultaneously talking to him and talking to my mom. My mom's been mediating conversations and trying to find solutions to the problems.
We love Mom Tone. Shout out Mom Tone.
We love Mom
She's
Tone.
the
Mom Tone's
best.
great.
Yeah, we love Mom Tone forever, for real.
Forever.
Tone.
She's great. She's wonderful. She's becoming an even nicer and more complete and happy person since she retired because she's basically for the last 40 years been working nonstop. She's a microbiologist and she's cross-trained in 5 different medical fields. And like she is so intelligent, but she's worked her entire life. She's never gotten to live. She hasn't gotten to do what she really wanted to do, which was paint. And that's a goal we're working towards. And my dad is reading the Bible more, and it's inspiring his writing for his stories that he writes more. And he's becoming a happier, more fulfilled person. Like, you should have seen his eyes today compared to how they were 4 days ago. He was right. He did have like a demon inside of him, and that came from the damn TV and all those stupid Reddit videos that he watches. And he said no more Reddit videos. They were making him a nasty atheist who hated his family and hated himself because they're nasty.
Nate, have you seen the remake of Evil Dead?
The remake? I just remember, literally, I have that whole Evil Dead movie with the laughing things on the wall and the chainsaw hand and the
original.
witch and the...
Yeah.
Oh, are you talking about the one with the frickin' rape tree? With the
That's
lady that
the
saws off
original.
her arm with the frickin' like turkey cutter? That one?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
man, that
you
was
listen.
not... That was so bad compared to the original Evil Dead.
I like that movie, but there's a character that looks exactly like you in that movie. And I was like, well, when I was watching, I'm like, holy shit, that's Nate. I'm not kidding. You're the character that reads from the Book of the Dead that allows the Necronomicon to be opened and allows the spirits to come out.
See,
or
I'm looking
whatever,
wise.
you read by accident in the words and the demons came, but then after you have repented, like you literally parallels with your father, you repented and you help close that book so that the book can close all the demons and allow people to escape and move on to brighter pastures.
That's fascinating,
I'm
my
just
man.
drawing parallels. That's crazy, Nate. I didn't know that you were this strong in your faith. I have to appreciate you.
I spend a lot of time, like a tremendous amount of time, studying.
How much praying did you do over your father? I'm just curious.
I have. Okay, so let me explain one of the conversations that
go
we
on,
had.
please.
I was telling him, I have talked to you kindly. I have explored options. I have given you advice. I have sat here with you all night when your foot was hurting and rubbing your leg and rubbing your foot. I have prayed over you until you fell asleep. And he was saying, I don't care about all that. You're not needed. And those weren't even real prayers. And I'm just like, whoa, my man. That was St. Patrick's breastplate. Those are some real ass prayers right now. Speaking of which, I'm actually getting some illuminated handwritten manuscripts from a homely house on Twitter. You might see him every once in a while, me retweeting him. These beautiful Celtic prayer books.
Yeah, you tag me in them.
Yeah, they're so beautiful, man. I'm getting those soon. They are. And they're gorgeous, and I can't wait.
Suggestion: you should have Mom's Home paint inspired by certain things like that.
Yeah, man! The
creative side of Mom's Home.
That's a great idea!
I'm trying to get you and Mom Tone and Dad Tone on good terms, man.
Oh yeah, but like
family of content.
Yeah, back to that original point, which was
go on.
Praying over him didn't work. The only thing that worked, and it worked, was putting a lock on his phone. I didn't take his phone away from him. He could still call 911 and stuff like that if he needed that. I put a lock on his phone. The password was family, and and he couldn't figure it out. And I unplugged his TV.
What was he watching on TV?
Okay, he was watching his Roku, and on his Roku he was watching YouTube, and on his YouTube he was watching Reddit videos. For fuck's sakes.
What exactly on Reddit? Because Reddit can seem pretty evil, in my opinion.
Yeah, and you know what? Here's something interesting. Flesh Simulator did a really, 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 really good video like a year and a half back, where he traced all of the, he was using data to trace all of the main Reddit accounts. And those Reddit accounts came from one specific military base, and it was like 7-8 times as many Reddit accounts at that military base as there were personnel. And that military base focused on psychological operations. PsyOps.
Okay, continue. Yeah.
So it was the military PsyOps division running Reddit.
I believe that because it's the best way to control people is manipulate them into gaslight them. Actually, talking about psyops, I'm alleged gaslighter now today. I'm a sociopath from Lifeguard. Fee called me a gaslighter, and now I'm a liar too. So
what?
I'm like I'm a whole sociopathic gaslighting liar.
I refute that. I don't know what Lifeguard's problem is. He needs to come on stream and explain himself.
I've asked him numerous times, Nate, X, Lifeguard, views, content, entertainment. Everyone would have a good time. You two go have a great back and forth. You had it before. I don't know why he's so afraid of you now.
I apologized to him when I didn't realize
you did
that I was huffing my own farts, and I reported him for being like saying something in jest. It was horrible, but it was in jest. And I reported him, and he got banned out of the chat for like a week. And I apologized to him that because I straight up didn't remember that. And like today, the person that I am today, I wouldn't do that. I got a thicker skin now. But like I felt bad about that.
I'm glad to hear that, Nate.
Yeah, and Lifeguard, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry about that, man. Please come on sometime, seriously.
I will tell him. We will send that to him. So going back to the exorcism.
Yeah.
Do you think that the Reddit psyop was actually affecting your father? That there was actually some type of a learned behavior from watching Reddit posts, I guess, on YouTube?
So this is the interesting thing. You know, you might think that I'm a little obsessed with the Jews or what have you, but like you don't have to be born Hebrew to learn about like Solomon binding demons to his will, the deep wisdom of Solomon. You know, which isn't necessarily wisdom, but Luciferian knowledge. And it's kind of similar, like I can contrast this to the Warhammer 40K shit.
Did you just say that the Jews and the CIA put a Solomon seal on the Reddit that allows demons to
use exactly that, Judas. You got it. You got it.
That is so...
okay, this is epic.
I'll give you that. That's 150 IQ, and you're just saying your father was susceptible to Solomon's demons and that a demon inhabited him. So you had to just remove all of these oddities in his life.
He had to
in order
unplug for
remove
3
the
days. He
demon.
had to detox. I called it detox at first,
Yeah,
but he
detox.
called it an exorcism afterwards.
Okay, so this is his words that are extras. These
Yes.
aren't your words that he's saying.
Yes.
Okay. So your father really was like was he really that? Not to be mean, was he really a Reddit boomer?
Yeah. But like, dude, Reddit people are fucked in the head, man. Like, I feel bad for them. I feel so bad for them knowing now that, like, it will take a good person who wants to do good and wants to be good and has a good history and has done good things for most of his life. And it will take them and it will bring out the worst in them. It will make them hate people. It will fill their heads with AI distorted pictures of people crying and screaming, of things like Karens and things like choosy beggars and things like r/revenge.
Karens are the most, besides body cam. Karens are the second most viewed video on YouTube. Like people watch body cam now exclusively because Cops isn't on TV anymore. So all the people who grew up watching Cops from the 80s, 90s, and 2000s, reruns or whatnot, and new, they're just watching body cam footage. I'm not interested in that shit. I don't care.
Yeah.
Then there's the Karen videos where it's just like a busty woman in the thumbnail and she's got an AI crying face, and it's like Karen gets kicked out of bar.
Bro, you need to get you a MILF. Judas needs to get him a MILF. Somebody that can milk him real good. Got that kung fu action grip, dog.
Keep it PG-13.
All right. You know, there's another type of videos that he liked to watch, which was AI-generated porch pirate videos, where like you'd have like a 500-pound black man run up on somebody's porch and get a package, and it would explode into like this gigantic fucking IED-sized explosion of paint all over the place, and then they would like roll into their car. He loved watching that shit.
Are you saying your father liked AI slop as well?
Yup. And you know, the sad thing is when he can't tell that it's AI slop, and I'm just like, hey man, just letting you know that's AI. He's like, no, it's not. You think everything's AI. You know?
It's fun. My mom likes AI cat videos, but she likes them because she knows that they're fake, but she enjoys that they're the cuteness that is put into an AI cat talking or dancing.
Goonin, Fappin, Chud Floyd, click, like a more chick, George Floyd, overdose, Goonet Floyd in the backhoe.
I have never heard that song. What song is that, Nate?
That is Peptides by, let's see, let's go in here to our music. Oh wait, no, I think that's in memes. I've been downloading, I got lots of nice folders filled with things that I've YouTube DL'd. Adolf Gooner, Peptide Gooner. I'm going to upload that real quick, and I'll tag you.
Yeah, because that is definitely not on YouTube. They deleted that shit. They took down the Hail Hitler Kanye song.
When I was in high school, I was a gooner. I was a loner. Multiple personalities like a trooner, but I'm crushing, joking. Now I'm auger. Peptides. Clap streams. Void all in my ear. Put me in dreams.
This is why Sploozy watches you. Because you got the beautiful singing voice. Nate, have you ever thought of becoming a Christian singer? Like, I think you could do it. I know
it was my cantor for a while. You want to hear about that shit? I bet you Just About is clamoring to hear about all this shit because he seems to think that I got into like an argument with my organist. I didn't. But I'll give you the whole story if you want to hear it. Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
All right. So, what happened was we all had a group chat, and in that group chat, I said 160 children just got killed in the Manab school bombing. And then I went into detail about how, like, because she's a big Ukraine stan, but she doesn't seem to really care much about this, and she doesn't really care much about men. She's been hurt by men and stuff. But we have a great relationship, me and her, and she's never had a problem with me. But what I had to say was that it's not, every single one of those children had a father that loved them very much, and they had a mother that loved them very much. And the fathers and the mothers are hurting equally right now. And like there are 45 million men and 45 million women in Iran, and they all deserve to live equally. And like I got like chewed out by the nun, and I'm just like, you should pray 15 decades of the rosary for those children. And like she basically said no, fuck you. without saying
The
those
nun
words.
or
And then I went off on her. I went off on the nun. And the nun was taking
Okay.
over. So one of the reasons why I was upset with that particular nun is that she has, at every opportunity, bullied my 80-year-old doctor friend. He is literally like my first or second best friend in the world, next to you, Judas. And I swear to God, I'm not making that up. This 80-year-old
I
doctor.
appreciate you thinking of me like that. Nate.
Yeah,
I
you're
really
either my
do.
first or
I'm
my
glad-
second best friend. I don't really want to choose between you two, but I was literally thinking about this guy last
you don't
night
have to
and how I
choose.
don't want him to
Believe
die,
me.
and I was crying last night. You know, I had a little bit of trouble
Don't
falling
cry,
asleep
Nate.
last night. Oh, thanks, man. But the thing is, like, she was bullying him consistently because he was the leader of the Scola and I was the co-leader of the Scola, and he wanted me to slowly start to take over the administrative role where I printed out all the music and I coordinated all of the leading. Because what I would do is I would conduct and I would sing the solo parts and the cantor parts, but Doc was the real heart and soul leader, and he had been for like a decade and a half of the Scola. But this nun came in. She can barely read music. She doesn't really know what's going on. She's not a really good leader, and she demanded leadership. Well, what she was doing is she was constantly needling this guy, Doc, my friend, over the littlest mistakes. Well, when another woman insults the hell out of a younger man, my teacher, my confirmation teacher, she insults the hell out of him behind his back, saying he doesn't, participate when he's going to college. He's working his ass off. I can tell by the dark circles under his eyes. He's under a lot of pressure and a lot of stress. And like, I call her out right there. And I'm very nice about it, but I also call her out. And then I'm talking to this guy. I'm not trying to name any names, so it's going to sound a little vague, but I don't want to dox people in my church. I'm talking to this guy in front of her at another time, and I'm like, you go, yeah, man, it's fine if you don't attend practices all the time. I know you're going to college, and I know you're going to working at this job. I was about to say the job on accident. And she's just like, oh, just stop, Nate. Just looking at her like, what? But like, the leader is letting all this stuff happen because she doesn't care much about guys. And like, this is a big problem. Is like, feminism is in the bones of modern women. It's in their bones. And like, you don't want to be like a Meninist because that's unbalanced, but you don't want feminism either because that's unbalanced. Women have their specialties and their excellences, and men have their specialties and their excellences. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, let me add, because I went to Catholic school, let's say, from 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, till I got kicked out of high school, so, for a couple years. So.
That's fine. I got kicked out of high school. You want to hear the story?
Yeah, me too.
Oh, but finish off your point first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've been around a lot of nuns. Most of them are nice, but there's usually a handful of them that are just the most evil,
the most mean, cruel. And guess what's happened recently, dude? We don't have a Scola now because she left for the entire summer, and she said, "I'm the only leader. There's no." I said before this, I'm like, I think you should be the leader, and I was so nice to this woman for so many months.
You should be the leader.
Well, hold on.
You have so much energy.
Yeah, that's what the guy said, but here's what I was saying before all this shit went down and all the conflicts came into alignment. Is I told the highest member of the board and Doc that Doc should be the co-leader with this nun, and I don't know whose decision it was, but that was not available. That was not an option, and I consider that to be extremely wrong because now Doc could have been taking over the Scola while the nuns are gone for the summer. Instead, we haven't had any Scola. We haven't had any singing in our church for the first time in decades, in a very vulnerable time in a lot of people's lives. Things are very rough right now, and they just ran off after taking supreme executive authority. And I find that to be awful. Not only are we going to be out of practice, we haven't had singing to dispel the demons, Gregorian chants dispel the demons, because they focus people on the purity, and that's what they say. That's what the church scholars say, is that Gregorian chants dispels the demons because it focuses you on order and purity that is akin and alike to God.
Okay, I believe that. There's no reason to dispel that. Go on, Nate.
Well, yeah, that's it. That's the end of the story, essentially. We had a caveat that we were going to take just recently. Oh, yes, it is me getting expelled from school. You want to hear it?
Yeah, go on.
All right, so I was kind of a bad kid.
I could tell.
I wasn't bad as in I was really, really cool, and I had like a lot of friends in.
How cool were you?
Very walking around the school in between classes and hanging out with the other cool kids on my senior year.
I was not cool like that. I was a square.
I had to be a super senior though, because I was not about to like not get my high school diploma after putting that much time in it. I had to go to another half year of college on my 13th year as a super senior while I was doing on the job training. So I'd go into school and then I would bike all the way over to Walmart and I would work. But that was like 4 classes, and then the rest of the day I had off, and that was my 13th year. I also had to go to, it's like adult ed. I'm pretty sure it's adult ed, which sucks ass, dude. Oh my God, all the people who got GEDs, I am so sorry for you. That shit sucks, bro. That shit sucks. But there's also a place right next to adult ed called Alternative Learning Center, and when I brought a bunch of mushrooms to school one day and I forgot they were in my bag, and all of a sudden like the big burly sheriff's buddy is like right behind me in the class one day, because like the day before I had smoked out the bathroom and got it locked down, and Chief Sweeps with Broom caught me and he let me go there, but he had reported what had gone on. So if I didn't have anything on me I would have been okay, but I had forgotten that I had these mushrooms in my bag. So I got caught with that, and I had to go to a alternative learning center for a while. And I was reading for everybody in like the calmest, nicest, coolest, chillest voice. These beautiful stories in a very active and complete way. And that's one of the reasons why I really, really, really want to start reading stories, because I know that I'm good at it. And I got a lot of compliments from these like rough criminal kids, and everybody loved me at that school. And I remember there was a girl that really liked me too. And we continued to be friends up to a long period of time. She's married now and stuff, but that's okay. I actually had another crush that those girls were friends with, and that crush, I tried my hardest to save her, but she like ran off and did meth a bunch, and now like the last time I heard of her, she was in jail, and like last time I saw her was on a mugshot, so not good. That's a heartbreak, but it is what it is, man. You know, my heart sweet sometimes runs off and does meth. It's kind of my fault, I guess. I mean, I wasn't doing drugs with her. Guess what I was doing?
It's not your fault.
I was cooking breakfast to her at the crack of dawn, and then sometimes I would put them in Tupperwares and bike 7 miles to her with a fresh batch of scrambled eggs with cheese and French toast and sausage links and stuff like that. And like, I'm really good at making.
Gentleman.
I'm really good at making French toast.
Nate, I could never. Women hate me.
No, you're a really nice guy. You just got to have the particular type of woman that meshes with your strengths and weaknesses.
Women hate me.
No.
You have no idea.
It's mother's boys, mama's boys are prime real estate for women. Trust me. They get a little older. They realize the guy that has a good relationship with their mother is the guy that's going to have a good relationship with their children's mother.
I don't know if I believe that.
I believe it.
I'm from California. This place is hell.
California love. Ooh.
But as I was gonna say, when you went off on your talking about reading, you could just like buy a comic book and be like Linkara and just fucking read it on stream, and people would watch you.
California. No,
you can sing on stream
too. But the thing is, like, AI voices cannot make nice, calm, beautiful, interactive, like going up and down with the mood of the story, sort of.
Capitalize on the marketplace. Yeah. You could read anything. You can get Michael Crichton's Jurassic Park, or get Congo from Michael Crichton. Just read it on stream. People will watch that. I'm telling you, Nate. People. And
maybe one day I'll score a contract with like Audible and be reading Warhammer 40K books. That would be so nice. I love Warhammer 40K. Like, those Solomon's demons are totally Sinch's domain. And you know what? The fucking infection that I've been fighting in my dad's foot for a fucking, like, 3/4 of a year now, that's Nurgle's domain. And I have dispelled Nurgle demons from my dad's foot before by turning it from yellow to good, by massaging it and lotioning it and disinfecting it and taking care of it over and over again.
Well, I'm glad you're doing that. We don't want Dad telling him to get infected.
Without me, my
But
dad would not have a leg right now, and he might not be alive right now. I
well,
hate to
hopefully
say
he
it.
appreciates you, Nate.
Take care of your parents, guys. Seriously, take care of your parents because the medical system wants to fucking kill them, and the boomers are not like the boomers dying is not going to make anything better. I promise you. I promise you. Generation X is infected with the same mind viruses that the boomers are. I promise you. Sometimes it's even worse.
Do you think it's a Solomon seal? That's got the people convinced that everything is bad, and that's why Gen X and the boomers are crazy.
I think that things like biker gangs and things like
Biker gangs. That's oddly specific.
sex, drugs, and rock and roll, which like the apotheosis of the sex, drugs, and rock and roll culture is biker gangs. But I think that's outside of Solomon's Seal, and I think that's outside of Sinch's domain, and I think that is more in the domain of Korn, because it's like hyperviolence. And a lot of video games and a lot of horror movies and stuff like that, because I know you like horror movies, they tend to go into the realm of dehumanization, and people have found out through studies that if you hit somebody with enough horror content, you can make them like go into a catatonic state and depersonalize, and in that state they can be hypnotized.
Have you read A Clockwork Orange, Nate?
That is a great. I haven't read the book. That is a great movie, though.
Well, just like the movie, in the book, Alex goes through literally, they hold his eyes open and they desensitize him to a bunch of war footage and like the worst things imaginable recorded, right?
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
it's true, but like the book he gets rehabilitated. There's hope. What I like about the movie, which is a better ending, is that they take those people that are desensitized like Alex and they're going to use them for their own selfish and evil needs. Because at the end, he gets like a military contract because
Mm-hmm.
Alex is already a criminal. He's done all this
Yeah.
stuff. They know he's a leader of a gang, or was at least at one point. His old friends become cops.
The old
He
hyperviolence. I
tries.
like that you knew exactly what I meant by hyperviolence.
Yeah, because I like that movie. I saw that movie way too young, and it's stuck with me my entire life. I can talk about Durango 1997 of true horror show. Like, I believe me, I know.
Hmm.
It,
Yeah, I've actually
I,
stopped liking horror movies as much. I kind of like suspense more than horror always. I never
I
really
have
liked
my
the
problem with horror movies
Texas
now
Chainsaw
is
Massacre
that
stuff.
I don't mind gore because that's like the Terrifier stuff. I don't give a shit about that. My problem with horror movies are now they're all trying to be like ultra personal and deep and have traumas and issues. Sometimes it's okay. I want to watch Leatherface murder someone with a chainsaw. Sometimes I want to watch something like Jason Voorhees. Nightmare on Elm Street. There is a body count, but there is an overarching story between all the movies. Same with Saw. I talk shit about the Saw movies, but they do have gore. But there's the 10 movies all have an overarching story. They all connect with one another. It's
Hmm.
impressive. I
Yeah,
I
actually, no. I
can't think
remember
of
Saw was probably the last like batch of psychological thriller suspense movies that I really
a
really like because they're very smart.
that not yeah. To be honest, Nate, Saw one was a psychological horror movie. There is body horror in it, but it is. Two is it gets into the traps and stuff. The third one sucks. Then you go back to the fourth one and it becomes a cop movie, and the fifth one too. So two movies in that franchise are cop movies after that. Then you go on to the trap movie, which sucks, and then you go back to the Jigsaw movies, and then but they all have an overarching story, and they're not all horror. So I will give you that. I bet Nate, honest to God, you would like Seven. Have you seen Seven?
I probably stopped before 7, but I might have. Is that the one where they're like, they know the guy and everything? The guy's already dead. Um,
No. Seven is about a serial killer who's killing everybody, and his whole modus operandi is that he's doing the seven deadly sins. Like he kills a fat person, he kills a prostitute, he kills a wealthy banker because he's greedy, and he kills
based.
all these people. You would like that movie a lot, Nate. I think you would like Seven, and it's very stylized. It's a really cool movie. I like that opening of the movie a lot. It's one of the best. I
Hmm.
think you should watch Seven. It has Brad Pitt in it and Morgan Freeman.
The fucking needle pit in 2 really got to me because I got a needle phobia.
Yeah, actually, it's funny because my mom doesn't like that part in two either. That's why she doesn't like two. I like two because two has Donnie Wahlberg, and he's the best. He carries that movie so well, and he's one of the best. He dies in four, but he's a great character because he's just a bad piece of shit cop. who got caught by Jigsaw for doing illegal and illicit things, so he punishes him technically. Simple character, but it works over the span of 3 movies.
Man,
Look
if you
at
could only
something
see
like
how much I'm wrestling my volume, it's so crazy. I think what happens is the louder I talk, the more my volume tries to kick down, because it just, like,
yeah,
I put it back to 80,
it's your
and it goes down and down and down and down
microphone.
on its own.
Because microphones they're not built for loudspeakers like us, not like speakers like to listen out of, but people who talk loud. That's why I have to get a Shure microphone so that you can actually go into like a soundboard and mix up your audio, and you can put it up, you can turn down the bass and do all those like fancy dancy things like that.
I noticed on your last stream that your tenor is a little low, so your bass is coming out a little bit too much.
It's because the PlayStation 5, there is a problem with it sometimes, because there's a built-in speaker in the controller. So sometimes I want to talk out of the Turtle Beaches, and it gets it confused, and they'll use the speaker in the controller. So sometimes that's why sometimes my audio is really good in my PS5 streams, and sometimes they're really like mixed, because sometimes it's the controller speaker trying to steal my voice away from the goddamn headset I'm wearing.
Steal your voice away. Hold on, I'm gonna
like
test something.
AI overlords.
Nope. Even if I put the test thing, it's still not working right.
Just be like AVGN and just have the microphone at a faraway distance, and just speak really loud. You'll be okay.
So
If
PPP, he got like $1,400 worth of videos from like AVGN and stuff like that. And like then he turned around and like abused Alyssa Clips. And Alyssa Clips is a
I don't know any of these drama.
beloved part of the sector. She's never caused any problems for anybody. She is just a clipper. She takes like a bunch of shit and she condenses it down into the stuff that people want to see. Like she's close friends with Sean Martin from Potentially Criminal and his lovely wife, Mrs. Martin. And like she had cancer recently and she beat the cancer just recently in March. But like PPP like abused her and just like, stupid Floyd! You should have never gotten close to Ethan Ralph, the devil! And, and we gotta stop this shit. We gotta stop all these clippers. They're probably in Discord, pissing people off right now. And buddy, this has gotta end. It's just like, PPP, you are a fucking fat faggot. I can tell you're carrying water for Gabe Hoffman, who does not understand any of this shit, who literally, like, I'm sorry if this upsets you, but it's true. If you want to know why Null, like, shit the bed so much recently, it's fucking Gabe Hoffman. Gabe Hoffman has poisoned him. And I told you this is what handlers do. Handlers aren't just there to give you money if you say the right thing. They're there to poison you to the point where your shit is not attractive to normal people. To the point where, you know, it's AI slop made by Indians and all of the tech companies, and to the point where, like, our military is about to draft everybody so that we can go die in, like, a Ukraine-style war. That's what handlers are there for. They're not there to just give people money when they say pro-Israel things. They're well poisoners.
Question.
What's up, man?
You've been watching Kino Casino, obviously, because you're following this drama. I don't know.
I've been watching clips from Kino Casino A-logs, to clarify.
Okay, because I know PvP has a lot of haters.
He deserves them.
Why he's a piece of shit. Yeah. He does. He's like DSP. He shits the bed a lot on himself. So everything he does bad is just tenfold. It's just what they say, karma. Andy Worski's been on coke, because I see clips of him on Twitter sometimes, and his eyes are so bugged out. I'm like, he's on coke again.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't like Kino Casino, but if Alyssa Clips was actively talking to Ralph in the DMs, she is a fucking stupid bitch. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. You are a stupid bitch.
I'm sorry, but you guys are making Ralph look like the good guy in all this.
Ralph is... Ralph fucking hates me. He has me blocked still. He's a pussy. He doesn't do shit. He slaps Scarlett because he's a fat faggot and he got beat up in Portugal. Believe me, if Ralph is actually anybody, he would stick up for anybody. But you know what he does? He goes into his Discord like DSP and he has his A-logs and his trolls and his detractors harassed by his fucking fans. Really, it's just his I don't even his little posse. It's gay, really, because Phil has been he's been flagging people. Ralph's been flagging people. It's like you guys are internet personalities. You have to understand that no matter what you say, do, act, or anything, people are gonna fucking hate you regardless. It's the internet. We live in 2026. I remember coming from Newgrounds when if you made an art, even if that shit was in Flash and it was stick figures, people would shit on you and say you're an ugly artist and you should kill yourself. In Minecraft, mind you, not in real life, of course, because we don't condone those actions. But you know what I mean. It's reality. People are jealous. People hate each other. And again, Alyssa is not someone should be talking to Ralph. Was it to your Ricada Clipper?
Well, you can't, like, as soon as you start saying, well, people, you can't talk to this person, and you can't talk, that's cancel culture, and that legitimately makes you the bad guy. Nobody who does cancel culture is the good guy, because at the bare minimum, at the bare minimum, it's un-American, but what the American law on the First Amendment represents is the most important law of psychology, is that you let people dig their own graves. You let people do what they want to do when it doesn't hurt other people, and you let people communicate with each other. And as soon as we start like restricting some people talking to other people, it's a slippery slope before like nobody's able to talk to each other. Everybody is in echo chambers. Nobody is intelligent. Everybody is slaves to whoever has like. And this allows people to be controlled very easily by these handlers that I'm talking about.
Evil, though.
No, he's not.
People are just
I don't think Ethan's objectively evil. I think he is.
He murdered a dog.
I think he
hung a dog.
What?
How is that not evil?
He did what? I've never heard of this.
He, as a child, hung a dog from their leash. He fucking killed a dog.
Oh, yeah. You know, that sounds like the sort of thing that a kid would do when they're not really understanding what they're doing. So, like, if an adult did that...
Objectively evil person. I know you've been nice to Ralph because you follow him.
But here's the thing, like, people say that PPP...
An objectively evil person.
People say that PPP
is objectively evil too.
Sodomized a cat with an iron rod or something.
I don't believe that.
Exactly. So
PPP
like, and you know,
asshole. Ralph bragged about murdering the dog though. There's a difference. You see what I'm saying? Ralph laughed about it and he joked about it. He fucking laughed about a dead dog. PPP people say the most egregious shit about. Doesn't mean it's true. He did show his asshole on stream and he does say stupid gay shit a lot. And he does suck up to the weirdest people on his pay pigs, really. Not saying he doesn't. What I'm saying is some people are just objectively evil and they should have no recourse or any kind of contact. I don't talk to a lot of people in my life because they're just evil. And the moment I open up that door, I'm not going to be dragged into like you said, the Solomon seal. I don't need that. Some people you just abandon. You just literally leave them on the train tracks like this is 1933 and we're in the Great Depression.
I think that there's a lot of... Here's the thing is, like, I'm not trying to downplay if he... like, legitimately didn't have remorse for what he did as a kid, which I know. I knew about that. I saw those leaks when they came out. If he doesn't have remorse about that, then he wouldn't be as good. Like, here's the thing is, like, he's good to his cats now, but here's another thing. Hold on, let me speak.
In Mexico.
You get a little... Brother, you get a little too excited sometimes. Just let me say, like, a couple of sentences real quick. So
yeah, go ahead.
That thought just popped into my head about the cats, but the most important thing is like there's a lot of really fucking evil people out there. I see horrors beyond human comprehension happening to civilians and children and women and little girls and the animals and innocent male civilians and the elderly in Gaza, and I can see that if I plug into it, if I plug my algorithm into it every fucking day. Here's the thing.
I don't want to be a dick.
You need to have space. You need to have space to forgive people. Because if you do not have space to forgive people, people will never move away from those evil behaviors, and then innocent people will continue to get hurt. And like if Ralph...
They've been fighting over Gaza, Nate, for years. It's a fucking shithole. It's a desert Plymouth
There will
Rock.
come a
You can
time
fucking have
when
it.
your
But is
neighborhood,
Jesus
yours,
gonna come out of the Gaza Strip and say, "I returned from Gaza.
and this
It is
applies
my home
this
after
applies to anybody listening to this right now, and I promise you this is going to
Okay.
happen in your lifetime if you're slated to live more than like 5 years. There will come a time when your neighborhood is being invaded by criminals or the same sort of
I
like
live in a
Zion,
ghetto,
like
Nate.
criminals essentially. There will come a time when your neighborhood is
live
invaded by
ghetto
criminals,
criminals who steal and boost cars, Nate.
and you will
Get
have
sort
to
of
make a
it.
decision whether or not you're going to fight, even if it gives you the bad rap for the moment, or
I
if you're
yell
gonna.
at
And you got to be
those
smart about
fuckers
that.
all the time,
And you
and
know,
I get in their face,
I think it
and I
helps
antagonize
to.
them
I think it helps.
because I'm not ashamed.
I think it helps for people to like come together and recognize that okay, there is great evil in the world, and then there is like chance for those.
The best way to defeat evil, Nate, is to just be happy and to spread love. Like that's the best
No,
thing you can do.
that's the hippies. The hippies tried that, didn't work.
The
Didn't work.
hippies got infested by the CIA, who
Exactly.
gave them LSD until they got
No, that'll
crazy.
happen.
I'm just
And that's what happened to kiwi farms. And that's exactly what happened to kiwi farms. And now it's dying. It's dying because of that. You know,
How?
it's dying. Like Null getting ready to pull the plug
How?
on things because like the robust network of people that he had like earned between the period of 2018 and 2023 was slowly whittled away.
The people that work for a pedophile at the DDoS protection places, what you're saying. The people that are literal fucking sex creeps that are working with those people and have money financially being secured by each other. Not by working with a company, but working with amongst each other. You mean the same people that work at that weird ass place, what is it, Bumble or Hive or B or whatever the fuck downtown San Francisco that sometimes Liz Fong Jones visits? You mean that place?
Bumble. I like to think it's the dating app Bumble.
Yeah, whatever that.
That's where Ed's waiting for you, bro. He's on Oxycontin. He's napping right now, but if you send him a message, he'll get back to you real quick. You know he fucking wants you, bro.
They'll just follow me on Kiwi Farms anyway. But what my point is, everyone just hates Noel because he's the only person on the internet who stands his fucking ground. He will defend women and he stands by it. He got bullied because he's talking about penises and it wasn't even in a gay way. And all the homosexuals like PPP and Ralph are like, "Oh my dick, fags."
Ralph stands his ground. The Gazans stand their
Ralph
ground.
never
It doesn't
stands his
matter if
ground.
you do not coordinate yourself
Nate.
right.
Okay, Nate, I'm
Yes.
gonna tell you this now. Stop talking to Ralph. Get off his dick. He's not going to help you. If you are on fire, he would not piss on you. He will dox your entire family. He will put your address out there on fucking Telegram.
Like the Kiwis already did. You know?
You're the one who put the information out there, Nate. I was there.
Yes, but
my account was on.
You take that from a DM. You take that from a DM and you put it on Mad at the Internet. That's what Null decided to do.
Your mugshot on your Kiwi Farm profile, bro.
No, not on my Kiwi Farms profile, bro. In a DM. It was in a DM, and it got leaked, and it ended up going into Mad at the Internet. Now, Judas, please calm down, man.
I'm so mad about the Maddie thing.
Please calm down. Let's talk in a reasonable way, and we can go back and forth. What's up, bro? Hey, Cyclone.
I find it funny that Null talks so much mad shit about Ralph and his Memphis Micro.
Yeah, that's a recent shit.
He's melting down. He's banning people.
People are literally talking about dicks. Fucking dicks. Are you guys gay?
Nobody has talked more about dicks than Null for the past
3 weeks.
Week and a half.
It's been 3 weeks, bro.
You guys are literally counting his penis talk. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm sorry, I watched the clips. There's A-logs out there.
Gay! Why are you? Who cares about dicks? What the fuck is wrong
I
with you? No, you guys are literally compelled to get mad at him because he made an offhand comment.
There are 3 songs. They made 3 songs about it.
Because he banned me from his fucking site like a pathetic
No,
bitch.
you're mad that Little Drip got you upset. You two have some really endeavored and personality. Let it go. Who cares? It's a website.
Oh,
I've been banned.
Little Drip got me
times.
upset. The person who is puppeteering the site behind the scenes and dating Null.
Who's puppeteering it?
Little Drip.
We're doing some real ass blood sports up in here, dog.
We're talking about Lidl drip in our good Lord 2026. I don't understand you two. Let
She
it
was
go.
just on the site less than a year ago, was she not?
No, she wasn't. I haven't seen Lidl drip at all. She is MIA. She don't post and she lurks, but who cares? Everyone lurks. Nate, you lurk on the site. I know you do for a fact. So
I used to.
Don't lie to me, Nate.
I don't anymore, man. I really don't. And want to know why? I'll tell you why real quick. If you let me speak, I'll tell you why real quick. It's because Null has been coordinating with Gabe and allowing Anthropic or Claude.
You Forsaken Wanderer for Gabe Hoffman, but you can hate Gabe Hoffman, but Forsaken Wanderer can, because you two have the same mindset, but you both hate each other.
You see, I gotta push pause on this real quick, bro. You are chimping out. Please calm down so we can actually go point for point.
You guys are saying the most benign shit like we're in high school. I can't believe you two. It's the internet. I've got banned 6 times from the Kiwi Farms.
It is a gossip website. It is high school.
And then you guys go on Twitter and shit on the Kiwi Farms all day.
Here's the point: it's funny. It's funny. We want to laugh. That's the whole zeitgeist of the site. We want to laugh. Sometimes Null gets the one who gets the carousel. It stops at him on the wheel. Sometimes it's somebody else. Sometimes it's Ralph. Sometimes it's me.
When the site went down and it was tour only, laugh and the world laughs with you, cry and you cry alone. Why doesn't he live by those words?
I mean, who can he cry to? Literally, who's helping Null right now?
You love him, and you listen to him, and you help him. So he can cry on your shoulder.
In which way? You're implying like I go out of my way and help him. In which ways?
You're a kick moderator, and you're protective of him. You love him. You love your buddy.
He literally modded me because I was in Kino chat. You make it sound like, oh my God, Daddy, no, please give me attention. He's like, anyone want to mod? Anyone? Judas, don't you watch my streams? Boom. 2 seconds. It's not like I went out of my way and asked.
Yeah, well, you're obviously very protective of him, and that's okay to have your friends.
Every day.
They do.
Just let it go.
I'm gonna be honest. No, Judas has a point. That people talk about him way too much.
You and Forsaken Wanderer tweet about Null every day.
Dog, I fucking hate that little goblin. I fucking hate him.
Stop. I told him to stop drinking, and he got mad at me and DM'd me a bunch of bullshit. I'm like, you're insane. Nola's not going to notice you. He has you blocked. You're drunk. Let it go.
He did not get fired from no teaching job. He didn't have no teaching job. That's bullshit.
He was allegedly an IT tech, and I can believe that too because he's a fucking idiot. And IT techs are insane people because you work alone all day. Look at Noel. He's crazy too. It's insane to run a website and no one appreciates you. I find it really crazy because, like, we were talking about Reddit. People will fucking suck Reddit's dick like it's the last thing on earth.
That's true.
Like, if you defend the Kiwi Farms, oh, God forbid, you're the devil. Oh my God, the bully website with the good community, with the actual archival information and all the things that you want from a news website. Oh, devil. Wikipedia, where a tranny can just say, oh man, I don't like that one guy. You know that actor Wesley Snipes? He's a naughty boy. He didn't pay his taxes. Let me call him an N-word on my Wikipedia.
That's based.
And I can do that.
Both calling him the N-word and not paying taxes is based. Those are both based in directions. Can we go back 30 minutes? Let me tell you. I will tell you. No will have a pretty big neo-Confederate coalition that forms, as in a confederacy in the modern day. He will have people coming together for a common cause. They'll be different.
Will not rise again.
They'll be different people. They'll have different viewpoints, but they'll come together if he and PPP start feuding.
They do. Fuck PPP. He sucks. Fuck him. He's an asshole. He's like Medicare. I don't understand that either. People are like, oh, please suck up to Daddy Medicare.
That guy's fucking. That's
same with
anime.
PPP fans. Same with Sam Hyde fans. What makes them so special that you have to be in their good graces?
No, I called Sam Hyde a Fed like a week ago. Because he is one.
Fuck him. Sam Hyde.
It's the same with any
PPP
fandom.
Too. Fuck Medicare. Oh, go on. I'm sorry.
Any fandom, people will circle the wagons to protect the fandom.
That is true. Look at My Little Pony right now.
Same with Elon Musk's defenders. The same with everything. Same with Reddit. I'm curious about one thing. you wake up tomorrow in a hypothetical, Kiwi Farms is gone. No,
I
just
just move
deletes
on.
it. All right.
What am I supposed to do? Cry about it? You know where I live. You know who I am. Some of you people on Kiwi Farms, you know my YouTube channel, you know my Twitter, you know my Rumble, you know my Kick, you know my email. Some of you, you know how to get a hold of me. If you don't, we will move on and just move to a new pasture of life. I'll just quit Twitter too. Who cares? It's the internet. It's really nothing to me. I like the Kiwi Farms.
This shit ain't nothing to me, man.
I like the archival stuff.
I'll fucking kill you.
But I don't see the Kiwi Farms going down anytime soon because, again, it actually holds a benefit to the internet. It's a net benefit.
Well,
it's archival.
I'm just going off of what Null has said, how he's thinking about deleting Maddie and he's thinking about deleting the site because he can't get in touch with anybody in the DDoS mitigation world.
He said if the website goes down, Maddie's done. Because there's no Maddie without the website. Because where is he going to get this information? Is he going to ask Osama bin Laden on the website? Oh, Mr. Illiterate Osama with ChatGPT, are you going to tell me how to? What is it, Nova drama? No. It's the zeitgeist. It's the whole point.
The zeitgeist.
It's literally like peanut butter and jelly. You need the peanut butter and the jelly on the bread. Who the fuck is eating a peanut butter sandwich? Poor people. Let's be real, Nate.
My dad likes peanut butter and jelly. I get him peanut butter and jam all the time on home baked sweet bread. Oh gosh.
Kiwi Farm and Maddie.
Oh,
when
okay.
you eat a peanut butter sandwich, Nate, just straight peanut.
My mom's taking care. I made bread today. But my mom's taking care of the rest of the process because I'm streaming with y'all. But yeah, I've been kneading bread, and that shit got so sticky, bro. Oh my gosh, it was.
And you didn't stream this, Nate?
No, and I need to, but I'm practicing things. I'm wanting to get my practice down so I don't embarrass myself on the stream. Which is kind of
the whole point, Nate.
That's cold. That's I understand.
Peanut butter sandwich is peanut butter and Nutella.
That is a lot of oil.
Yeah, that's a very popular combo in the ghetto. Peanut butter and Nutella. If you don't want to eat healthy in the ghetto, that's why honey buns are prevalent. That's why people love those. What are those little mini muffin things?
People do some whack ass shit in jail for a honey bun. Shit.
Don't Nate, tell me you didn't take a honey bun. Please tell me you didn't take a honey bun.
And you know what? When the power went out in jail one time, and I was like waving socks for people just to cool them down for free, a guy on the other end was just kind of calling me over and saying, "Hey, I'll get you some food if you." But you know what? I was just like, "Nope, I'm doing this right here, man. I'll get to you when I get to you." The power was out. It was a hurricane. And I was waving my socks around in poi, like weaving them back and forth. Like, this is a club training method, but you could also swing stuff around. So I was swinging my socks around. It was like a fan. And I was cooling people down during the hurricane. And somebody tried to bribe me over onto the other side of the tent with food. And I said, no, thanks, man. You know?
If you took that food, Nate, you would have been holding his pocket.
There you go, bro. You get it. But I wouldn't have done that. Anyways,
let's talk about something positive about Kiwi Farms. What is the cool happening thread on the site lately?
Yeah, what's been going on?
How's the different forums doing?
The Shardy and the Oni threads are probably the most popular threads right now, to be honest with you.
Ooh, I don't like the Shardy, man. I really don't.
How's the self-help or
survivalist
self-sustaining board? Yeah, that board is actually, I don't use it a lot, but it actually has its users. It always has momentum. The one that's really popular still is the one where that guy built the speakers that plays music all day to deter the homeless people. That's still one of the most popular threads too, in that self-sustaining board.
Huh.
Awesome.
See,
you can play that to trees, and trees will get healthier.
How's the people on the site enjoying the latest Halo installment, Halo Campaign Evolved?
They fucking hate it. Have you seen Campaign Evolved?
Yeah, I've seen the clips.
It's pretty bad.
My problem with it are as follows. They took the same thing with like a Metal Gear game, the original Metal Gear from PlayStation 1. And same with Silent Hill 2. You took something that literally had soul, and you just put a new coat of paint on it, like for DSP people who don't like looking at old textures. And you took out core gameplay mechanics because fuck you, pay us $70. There's no multiplayer. Halo 1 had multiplayer.
Yeah,
a lot of these
they can't
digital
allow
games
it to have multiplayer on Sony's box because it'll somehow hurt Sony or something. I don't
With a
know.
lot of these digital games, you can't even play them if there's a system outage. You can't even play the game that you paid
It's
for.
not. Yeah, that is true, but no, 343 Studios allegedly, they're gonna charge people for the DLC to play multiplayer. And a fucking game I own downstairs on my original Xbox that I can grab with the two controllers and play two-player 1v1 right now, or couch co-op. You can couch co-op in Halo Combat Evolved, Campaign, whatever. Who cares? Two, you can't even speedrun the game because there's gay cutscenes. Before, the game had the pre-rendered cutscenes as the gameplay, so you could run during the cutscenes and do things. Like if you want to go and cheese the library before the door closed, if you just have the warthog and you just jump while you're escaping the warthog at a certain amount of speed, the momentum will push you through the door, and you just skipped about 45 minutes of the level. You can't do that. Cutscene. You have to watch it. Stupid. Why would you do that?
They messed up his
It's just a
game
little-
4 times.
Have you played any of the latest Pokemon games?
Boo.
I have not.
Scarlet and Violet
The-
fucking sucks.
Scarlet and Violet, half the Pokedex is hidden behind the DLC.
It is, yes. Yes, it is. You only
It is
get,
the
I
most
think, like
insane
100.
thing I've ever seen from a company that literally, like, I think rivals Disney in terms of like profits,
Yes.
or like it comes
Pokemon
close
cards,
to
they're like a net benefit of like, I want to say $7 to $8 billion. Just fucking cardboard cards. Just printing them. And as you know, you guys, sometimes you don't even get a good card. But people like DSP will spend $700 on just a booster pack, which is like 20 or sometimes 34 cards.
Well, you guys
I
do
will
know
spend-
that Pokemon cards started off as a evolution of like flower cards, which is what the Yakuza used to skirt gambling laws in Japan. So that actually comes from organized crime. Nintendo was an
There's actually,
it's a 400-year-old
Nintendo
organized crime.
Hanafuda cards.
What?
There's Nintendo Hanafuda cards. It's one of the cards that they made towards the end of their card company. It's basically like pinup girls on cards.
Oh,
No
dude.
shit. So what is it? Princess Peach on cards?
Yeah.
No, it's before there was Mario characters. This is like literally just like random Japanese bimbos on cards.
Hey, now the pinup girls
So
are not
Nintendo
bimbos.
was
That's a big
into
thing that
lots-
separates pinup girls from like porn stars. Is porn stars are bimbos. Pinup girls are classy. They have to be classy.
Yeah.
I dated a girl that was
I
basically a
thought about
pinup
getting
girl.
a set one time,
She
but
was-
like they're outrageous. Like you're looking at $200 or $300 just for the card set.
She was
Well, I'll believe it,
ridiculously
because
beautiful.
that's
like
such a
classic
novelty.
beauty.
How many people will get? You can go to a party and be like, "Look at my Nintendo pinup girls. Look at this busty Asian lady. look at her. Look at that white panties. Boom." How many people get to say that? Not a lot.
If I had a
most people-
plane, I would definitely put a pinup girl on the side of that plane. People want to
Nate,
do
are
with
you gonna learn
edgy
how to
shit
fly?
these days, and it's not nearly as cool as it used to be.
Yeah, because pornography is rampant, and you can literally just go on. Literally, swear to God, go on Reddit. There's literally porn on the front page sometimes. It
People
just does not
lost the
safe for work.
subtlety. They need subtlety. You need to use your imagination. You can't just strip everything off, you know?
It's
Because
instant
guess what?
gratification.
Here's the real reality
what
is
it
that
is.
a beautiful girl is beautiful with her clothes on and her clothes off. You know, a floozy and a hua is not beautiful with her clothes off because she's a hua.
I'm a whore.
No, you're not. Really?
Like, I don't know about you fellas, but I, for one, am enjoying the right-wing influencer girl spread eagle explaining why she
Oh,
hates
the
Candace
Israeli
Owens.
lady? Yeah, I know. I saw that on Instagram. I couldn't believe it. She literally is signed by the IDF. It's insane.
Feet up for Netanyahu. Shit.
Did
Look,
you hear about?
It's honestly nice to see some honesty from the conservatives for once, just exposing. that
Yeah. It's the modesty that's really attractive, if you ask me, man.
Yeah, you got to leave some
But
room for the imagination.
Nate, and I want to say Cyclone, right? If I'm not correct, you're Cyclone.
Yes.
Yes, I have excellent memory. Did you see that Benjamin Netanyahu said that he's going to have special forces agents in New York because of the Indian Jeep mayor was like, "Oh, if you come we're going to arrest you. And he's like, no, if you come near me, I'm going to shoot your people.
I
And I'm
hope
like,
those
holy
special
shit.
forces guy gets shot
I didn't see that
by
announcement, but I'm not surprised.
New York gangsters.
I'm hyped. I kind of want to see it. What would that look like? The president of Israel being shot down on American soil. What would
Now that
look
would be
like?
now for him to get shot. That would be fucking awesome. Holy shit.
I could believe. I'm not trying to be mean. That's how I see it. Because no offense, we live in America. We live in a very tumultuous place.
Oh yeah, we got a lot of
Literally,
guns.
not only do people own guns, they were throwing rocks on New York Police Department cars. Like they were throwing big ass.
Now I don't
rocks.
approve of that behavior
People,
now.
I know that you don't, but what I'm saying is people can get very rambunctious. All I'm saying is if he's threatening to shoot Americans on American soil, I want to see how tumultuous New York will be. Like, would New York uprise against Israel? Like, would the Jews of New York side with the Jews of Israel, or they side with the Jews
No,
of the United
the
States?
New York Jews hate the Jews of Israel, and they actually voted for Mamdani over the other Cuomo. Like by numbers, they were
really?
more than 50%. Yeah, the New York Jews hate Israel.
See what I mean? This is what I mean and why we live in the best country, because
We do.
we get to have these circumstances where the Israeli president is threatening to massacre U.S. armed forces only in the United States.
I will say I'm a little jealous of Scandinavia in the summer, right?
Why?
It's just the most beautiful and happy part of the entire
Like
world. It's the most beautiful and happy part of the entire world because it's the least fucked with. And it stayed out of both of the world wars. And, like, that was very important. And it's not Africa. And it's not Australia.
Have you seen the movie Platoon, Nate?
No. I don't think so. Maybe.
Oliver... well, I'm going to say Oliver Tree. No, what the hell?
Rest in peace, man.
Oliver Stone.
Rest in peace, Oliver Tree. That's a weird name, by the way.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Oliver Stone made the movie Platoon, and I saw it recently. And it's another movie I thought of you, Nate, because in the movie, because this is based on his experiences in Vietnam. He once rounded up a disabled man on one leg, and he started shooting at him. And I was like, and then while he's shooting at this man, he's having a mental breakdown. I'm like, would Nate have condoned this? Because his platoon members were not. They didn't like what he was doing. Some of them did. They're sick freaks. But
my uncle was private first class in boot camp, and then he became a sergeant, and then he went to Vietnam, and he lost men underneath him, and it drove him insane. And then he became a biker when he came back. And, like, the last time my parents saw him, he was in, like, a full body cast at their funeral from a bike accident.
He went, like, fast into a tree or something?
He went around like a bend way too fast, and he ended up like rolling and scraping. But he saved my dad's life. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here because my dad would have gotten sucked up into like a little whirlpool in like a stream or a river, and he would have died. But my uncle caught his hand like at the last moment and pulled him up.
Do you believe in guardian angels, Nate?
I do. I actually believe that Doc, his father, was saved by a guardian angel because he was sleeping in like a coal cart, and then the coal cart started to go down, and like it opened up at the bottom, right? And like he was about to get crushed in this sieve, and then somebody like reached in and pulled him out, and then when he looked around, nobody was there.
Nate, do you believe that you are bestowed upon by a guardian angel yourself?
Everybody has a guardian angel, yes. Mine, very specifically, is a dove.
I don't believe that everyone has a guardian angel. I don't believe that.
God has made a guardian angel for each person.
I say that because as someone who grew up in a Latinx community, as you can say, a lot of Latinx people do all kinds of weird spiritual shit. And they have a belief that all people in their spiritual self have a crown, and we all have a crown in our other life because it protects us. But sometimes we lose our crown because, like you say, some demons do attract to some individuals because they have a more predisposition to have demons come to them. But this is just the spick in me because I've
No,
been
man,
around a lot of people who've done weird stuff.
Listen, man. When you study Spain and Spanish and the Spanish language and like Portuguese as being like connected through multiple different cultures other than Spain, but very closely connected to Spain, the Lusitani, which are very Celtiberian, but so are the Castilians. The Catalonians, they're more German, and the Asturians, they're more French. But like when you study them, you know that their culture goes back before Rome. Their Iberian culture is ancient. In fact, David's sling that he used to slay Goliath with was a Balearic sling from Iberia. And like this is like they have an ancient language that's positively like deeply rooted in the substrate of humankind. And when you study etymology like I have and you studied lingual history and stuff like that. So the Spanish people have like a super ancient culture that is very respectful of all the knowledge that's been picked up. And that's why like if you look at the actual empire's sizes, number 3 is the Mongols, number 2 is the British, but the Spanish had the biggest empire. They straight up had the biggest empire.
Have you ever thought of becoming a theologian, Nate?
Very much. I've thought oftentimes. I've asked many people have asked me if I wanted to be a priest, but I'm just a layman. I just do what I do for the love of the game.
I wouldn't say be a priest. I mean just a theologian as someone who studies theology.
Oh yeah, I'm already that. I'm already a layman theologian.
I mean, like, get a degree in theology because I think you would pertain very well.
Degrees are not worth the ink and paper that they're printed with.
But you said your mother has degrees on. She's like a specialist.
Well, that's the medical field. You know, you have to get certifications to work in the medical field because we're a communist country.
Are those pieces of paper worth the paper and ink they're printed on?
I don't really mean that, but let me explain what I mean with my comment about we're a communist country. It says, and this is why, like, a lot of people won't respect you even if you have the knowledge. You could have all the knowledge of things in the world, but if you don't have that piece of paper, where an institution or the state or both,
you, Nate.
Like, first off, the state
really respectable. Same with Zyklon. It's not like you guys are like aggressive, abrasive pieces of shit. Like, example again, PPP.
Well, thanks, man.
Yeah,
but the state vetting everybody. For make it long story short, the state vetting whether or not you can fucking live and breathe and do anything and whether or not people should trust you is communist. And people have to shake that off because we're moving into the era of AI where people can literally look up all that special stuff that you learn in college at the drop of a fucking hat. So we gotta shake off that stuff.
It's just the way you carry yourself. If you carry yourself in a certain way and respectability and you're approachable, people will listen to you. If you're just a horrible, belligerent piece of shit like Ralph, it's hard to take him seriously. If Ralph was telling me about theologians and like St. Augustine and St. Patrick, I'm going to call him a fat retard.
Based?
Nate, you at least are carrying yourself in a degree that you believe what you say, and not only that, you went and you read this. You read the Bible. You've read books. You're not retarded.
I need to read more books. I got from the same guy, A Homely House. I got the Poetic Edda, which is a collection of all the ancient Norse and Germanic.
But you're reading about these but these people and these lives and these cultures and you're gathering information so that you can be informed. So what I mean, at least you're carrying yourself in a way that you can actually spread information. You're not being like a Mensa person that's an asshole as well.
Yeah.
Like, I have 200 IQ.
Exactly, bro.
Fuck you. You're not 210 plus IQ. So you can go down. You see what I mean? People are like that.
My shit was diagnosed in school, and I got put into that fucking gifted and talented program. It was just called gifted down here, so we didn't have a GATE program. But I promise you, bro, those poor kids,
gifted and talented there. We call them the retarded special people here.
Those kids are put into a system where they are screened. And if they pass the screening process, they get brought into like the CIA, and they get turned into like polyglots, and they get turned into special agents and spies. I'm serious. That's what the GATE program is for. So don't insult the kids in the GATE program, bro. You could be putting a fucking mark on your head, dog. I'm just saying this for your betterment.
What I'm gonna say is this: this isn't the movie The Accountant with Ben Affleck, where they're training retarded people to work for the CIA. I can believe that, but my point is this: if you have to retrain retarded people to do your bidding, you've already failed because you have retarded people. Smart people don't do people's bidding.
We have
Smart
just
people do their
witnessed
own.
the true power of autism.
No, as my boy Yoda once said, ketamine I need. Run over people in my 2001 Honda Civic.
Sell
I
my
must.
child's Christmas presents for ketamine I must.
Exactly. Ketamine is the goal of, actually the end all be all for us. That's what we want, ketamine. It'll put us into perspective.
Very wise. Start the ketamine wars have.
Do you like Star Wars, Nate?
I actually really like the books. I don't know why people like the Halo books so much, because in my opinion they're a little dry, and it's just like there's a certain subsection of
they add lore to the franchise.
Well, yeah, that's true, but like Warhammer 40K has a bajillion books, and my favorite books are the books that are exploring like psycho-spiritual elements of the universe. My least favorite books are the ones where it's just like, and then there's this guardsman and he's on a ship and he's eating, and then he goes to sleep, and then the next day he goes and he fights, and then he's in a big battle and he survives, but then he dies at the end of the book, and then it's like a really sad story.
Writers can make a compelling story out of nothing. Where same with Star Wars, some of the books are really good where you're actually exploring people. Unfortunately, the same can't be said about the movies, because the movies could use from the books.
That's why I like a lot of the Star Wars books, is because they have a lot of psycho-spiritual in them. And I love Dune.
Do you think that was the moment that Kathleen Kennedy drove Star Wars off a cliff, is when she decanonized all the books?
Yes,
I didn't know that happened. I don't care if that happened.
Yeah. She wants the mainline series to be canon.
That was one of her moves that she made, I think, after The Force Awakens launched.
Is that JFK's sister or something?
No, Kathleen Kennedy is a weird lady who got fired from Disney.
Oh, okay.
She was George Lucas's basically coffee fetcher, who somehow managed to get promoted to head of Lucas Studios.
Because she gave good head.
$1 billion franchise.
And then she proceeded to tank it and throw it into the ground.
Much like a woman, that is.
The only good movie that came out of the entirety of all the Kathleen Kennedy Star Wars movies was Rogue One. Rogue One is just a war movie set on a Star Wars planet.
And it's pretty based.
It is. I saw it in theaters, and it's the only one that still holds up. It has emotional depth. There's characters. You want to see these people succeed, even though they're losing. They do lose. They die. They get hit by the Death Star and blow up.
I heard good things about The Acolytes, written by Leslie Headland, former
The Acolyte, about the lesbian witches. They ruined one of the better aspects of Star Wars because of that, because the lesbian witches was already incorporated in Star Wars, but the Coven of Witches was used to help manipulate Force power so they can wield that power and give it to a host, essentially.
Didn't they also do Thrawn, but they made him Elon Musk?
Yeah, exactly. They're just taking good ideas and then they just make it pause because they can't do anything creative. The Coven of Witches was cool. They made it all black women and they started screaming. And they're like, "What?"
They made it all black lesbians.
They are. It's literally like a WNBA game. It's offensive, actually. Because I'm not trying to be racist either. But Star Trek.
No, you're not, bro. Trust me.
When you're
What they did to Odyssey is more racist than a faithful adaptation where you have Greeks and you have Trojans from the north and native indigenous Greeks. Instead, they made it look like fucking downtown LA, and that shit is racist because you are replacing somebody's fucking culture and erasing it.
Did you see the
I refuse. Nolan, as you said in your last stream, that nigga's overrated. Overrated.
He is. I'm glad you listened to the stream, but yes, I agree. He is very overrated.
I told you I'd catch up on your streams when I got the opportunity. I just didn't have time.
I always tell people, thank you for people watching on demand. And
yeah, man, anybody watching, please catch some of Judas's streams. They're very fun. He's a very fun guy. And he talks throughout most, so there's not dead air, which is my problem when I try to stream video games, is like, when I'm trying to focus on a bunch of stuff. I was trying to play Dawn of War, Warhammer 40K Dawn of War, and I was like, clicking in and doing all this shit. I didn't know my hotkeys or anything, and I was silent for like 80% of the video.
It's so what you have to do, Nate, is be like me and just talk about nothing for hours. What you can do for a Warhammer video is talk about your favorite characters, your lore, your favorite
Yeah.
tribes and arcs and guns and
I like the Waving
stats and
Guard because they're really spooky, and then they come out of nowhere, and then they save the day, and they're the good guys, and they got a really good leader, and he's a good guy.
yeah, that's better than an average DSP stream. So
That's
this is
literally
what
how I
I'm
feel, dude. It's so fuck. It's literally how I feel. It's so childish, but I love the Raven Guard.
Go on, Cyclone. You were saying something, or
I was just making fun of DSP.
making fun of DSP? I agree. I make fun of him every day too. Again, true story. He would refuse to take his wife out for ice cream. You know, because Nate, you literally said you biked 7 miles to give a girl breakfast, right?
Yes. That I made that morning, waking up early.
People have been suspecting Cat hasn't been in the house because his streams have been, because usually he would take breaks to talk to Cat, quote unquote. Those have been literally cut down into half. He's been eating a lot of fast food and frozen food, and he bought a freezer.
He's gonna get
Cat
cancer.
used to cook.
He's gonna straight up
Not
get
so much-
cancer.
It's not so much the cancer is that people suspect his wife has left because all the signs of when she was there are gone now.
Well, he's still gonna get
Cat
cancer
deserves better.
because like they're legalizing also, and they're like upping the amount of like cancerous materials in the food. You gotta buy organic food if you
Have you
can.
seen that there are psilocybin mushrooms, as you know, because you got arrested for them, or got them removed from your backpack, excuse me. They're trying to put psilocybin mushrooms in gas stations. So you can trip balls.
Interesting. I support
I'm
it.
not saying do it, Nate.
I support it.
I don't support it.
I
You
support it.
people. Okay, let's say Trucker Steve is on like a 15-hour commute, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get these psilocybin
Zyklon,
mushrooms."
we need your opinion on this. Trucker Z, what is your opinion on the mushroom in a semi
in a gas station.
debacle?
I don't think it's a
question.
good idea, and I think that specifically with truck driving, it would be illegal because we have
Driving under the influence.
We have a different legal limit than everybody else does. You have a .08 BAC limit. We have a .04.
Yeah,
we're held to a higher standard on that. And it's also a standard that a lot of people don't know extends outside of your job. Once you have a CDL, you are considered a different driver than everybody else. When you go to court for a basic traffic offense, the judge will literally tell you, we cannot lower this sentence or like expunge it from your record because you're now considered a professional driver. You're held to a higher standard forever as long as you maintain a CDL. And that .04 BAC limit extends into your personal vehicle as well. So I think that somebody doing mushrooms would probably end up losing their CDL if they got caught.
So if you're in a sedan, you can get, and then you get arrested, they still will hold you to the same standard as if you're holding a 16-wheeler.
Yep.
That's pretty interesting. I did not know that. So you are literally at that point. You have to be the best driver of all time. Well, not of all time, but maintain a level.
It's like when I go out on the weekends with like friends. Like I always tell them when they start drinking, is like thanks but no thanks because I gotta drive.
Yeah, you don't want.
And my job is literally that card. So.
Again, I respect it. At least you you're holding yourself to a higher standard. You're not trying to ruin your capability of making money by throwing away your license like that.
You know, I do think it's a little bit BS because if you look at it from this perspective, if you're a ship captain, you've gone to like Naval Academy, you've done the whole training. Once you step off that ship, you're a regular guy again. If you get your pilot license, you like trained like fly like commercial like airliners. Once you step off that plane, you're a regular person again. When I step out that truck, I'm never a regular person.
You're holding to that extra high standard since you got the CDL.
Yep. And it never stops until you surrender the CDL.
Let's say, can it expire? Or once you have it, it's pretty much you
have to renew it every 7 years. They will randomly make you retest on like the knowledge portion of it. So like knowing like how many feet you have to stop from like a railroad trestle if you're carrying like hazmat, or like knowing like different things about like DOT securement policies and procedures, knowing about like your bridge calculation for like weights and different axles. Like they will randomly like retest you on that when you go apply, and they will also redo your like vision and hearing tests occasionally. And part of like maintaining a CDL, especially with accreditation to travel across state lines, is you have to get a yearly or bi-yearly medical exam as well, because part of being held to that standard is they make you go to a doctor's office to get a full physical every 1 or 2 years.
Because they don't want you to have like a heart attack while you're driving.
So I literally every 2 years, because thankfully I get a 2-year card because I don't have high blood pressure or any like medical ailments, I have to go sit into a full like sound deprivation booth and listen to like a hearing test, and like hit a little button when I hear beeps.
Hear little beeps,
like,
yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I have to do like a vision test, and so far most every year I've flown by a 20/20 vision. I have to get my blood pressure checked. I have to pee in a cup to check like blood sugar and all that stuff.
I respect it, honestly. You keep yourself at a position to succeed.
Because I have all my endorsements, I have a hazmat, I have to retest on that every 5 years. And they reissue your CDL every time they redo your hazmat, but that doesn't reset the counter on your CDL expiring.
There's no way these drug addict retards
I have
Sikhs
to go for the hazmat. Every 7 years I have to renew the CDL.
Listen, that Sikh that killed like a whole family of people and like injured a whole bunch of other people, he was on drugs. So this is insane that you have to do all this shit, and they're just fast tracking these foreigners to steal your job because they do it for a little bit less, and it takes money out of Americans' pockets. That's pretty insane.
The crazy thing is some of the I think Danielle, the person that I follow, she posts a lot of like stuff on like CDL news and stuff. She posted something recently. A Arizona state trooper responded to an accident. A driver claimed that his like steer tire exploded and he like ran off the road. He didn't even have a CDL. He didn't even have his vehicle registered. He didn't even have a motor carrier authorization number. He was just a random guy just
driving a truck.
Yeah.
So that is fucking crazy.
They're getting to the point they're not even going through the song and dance of pretending to get a fake CDL through some fly-by-night.
They're just letting them do whatever the fuck they want at this point.
Well, they're not letting them do it. It's one of those things like, honestly,
they're turning a blind eye.
Not necessarily a blind eye. It's just that you're kind of like throwing the luck of the draw whether you get caught or not, because you can drive. I've gone for like over a year now without a DOT stop.
So honestly, I think it's like systemic criminality too.
And you just never have a police encounter where they check your credentials.
That the people aren't straight up, they're just not checked. They're being told by their police departments, just don't even worry about it. You know, we got these we got these politicians that are telling us that if we're going to have trouble and they're going to revoke our funding and we can get kickbacks and we can get military equipment if we just let this happen, you know. And meanwhile, what you actually have to do it legally is jump through a million fucking hoops, because that's kind of what everybody should kind of have to go through. Maybe 75%, maybe 100% of that, in order to make sure that they prove that they're not going to kill a family of 5 on the road while they're on drugs.
That's why the only good thing that's happened recently was, I believe it was a Supreme Court ruling that dictated that you could now sue brokers for sending like a bad driver for a load. So like if a broker like put somebody on a load that was not legally able to drive a semi-truck, you can hold them responsible as well. That might be the only thing that is really going to make a huge impact and make people have to like pull back and change what they've been doing and reevaluate. Because once you start bringing liability in for somebody on a higher scale, and they have to start paying price or their own negligence, then people might start shaping up.
You would hope, but it's hard to pass up someone that will do really cheap labor, especially when it comes to things like trucking. Seems like a lot of people.
It's one of those things, and I explained to somebody recently in the conversation, and it's something a lot of people don't think about. Trucking is one of the few jobs where you don't technically need a residence. You're driving a sleeper cab truck. You can live in the truck. So what ends up happening with a lot of these guys who come from overseas is they're here to make a lot of money in American money.
To send home.
They're in every truck stop you can do Western Union or TransPay. You can, at any truck stop you stop at, you can wire money back to your home country. So you live in the truck, you make as much money as you can. You send it back to Zimbabwe or Ethiopia, wherever you came from. Then a couple of years, you catch a plane or a boat, you leave, and then you go home and live like a king with all the money you've made.
Accumulated over 2 years.
Economy where American money goes like 10 times farther.
Well, that's why we need to continue collapsing the OPEC dollar. Let's go back to a barter system and trade with gold and silver instead.
So, I mean, it was an industry that eventually this was going to happen. But I wish that people hadn't kicked the ball rolling and started it, because
it puts everyone at a position where you're not going to be able to make as much money. And it'll be harder to become, as you say, a CDL licensed operator when people are literally just driving without one.
Yeah.
It makes because just imagine a hazmat truck without someone that's licensed. I drive around a lot of the truck drivers. I drive on the freeway a lot, so that's just crazy.
Yeah, I mean, to get a hazmat, you have to jump through hoops. You have to get a full, FBI background check. You have to get fingerprinted at the DMV. Like I said, you have to renew that every 5 years, no matter what.
But once you get that, you probably make a good living just doing those freight trips.
It depends. I mean, it depends on who you're working for. Like right now, even though I have a hazmat, I don't get paid for having a hazmat because we don't pull hazmats. We don't have an insurance policy that's large enough
to
cover hazmat materials. So I essentially have the certification just for the fact that it's easier to have it and just pay to renew it than it is to
not to have it. Yeah, that's brilliant.
For it and get it again.
I think we should make Judas mad again.
You're smart.
I think we should go back to Bloodsports. That was fun earlier.
I'm glad.
Same with the double and triple endorsements and the tanker. Like, those are a whole lot easier. Like, you never really have to test for those again. Once you've tested for them once, it's kind of good, and you just have to pay to renew them. So, I think when I renew my CDL, it costs nearly $300 for all my endorsements to be renewed and everything.
Do you get a Nike endorsement with that too?
I wish, man.
Yeah, me too. I know that. One day you'll be hauling Nike freight, and they'll say, I like this guy. He's dripped up. He got the swag, and then he's gonna throw you some shoes for free.
So I'm gonna make Judas mad again. Let's talk about Ralph. Ralph has been role playing Ralph has been role playing
on Twitter.
He's been role playing Hunter S. Thompson recently, and I just saw a paper drop.
He's gonzo journalism now.
I just saw a paper drop of this guy saying, according to Tracy Tyman, a Utah newspaper article tied Hunter S. Thompson to a Bohemian Grove and disappearance of a child named Johnny Ghosh, citing a witness who claimed Ghosh left with Thompson after filming snuff movies. Thompson died by suicide shortly after the article was published. Newspaper published the article tying him to Bohemian Grove and witnessing he participated in making snuff films involving the missing boy, and the newspaper shut down shortly after his death.
There's a lot about Hunter S. Thompson. He's a very interesting character. Let me put it this way. As a person, he used to be, as he would call gonzo journalism. He used to follow the Hells Angels around everywhere.
I've read that. I've read his expose on the Hells Angels. It's fucking wild.
He got his face obliterated by said Hells Angels. He's been, not to be mean, Hunter S. Thompson has seen a lot of illicit crime.
Oh, yeah.
Not to say he's been a part of. He has been a witness or has heard about such crimes.
He held...
So when people are talking...
Who was it? Who is that actor that played Captain Jack Sparrow?
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp. He like held Johnny Depp in his basement for like a long time. Jacko Verde is trying to get in. Let's get this guy in. You know Jacko Verde.
Verde didn't talk to me.
Do you remember him, Zycon?
Oh, what's up, guys? It's been a while.
What up, man?
Jacko, when's the stream?
Eventually, I'm tired right now, man. Exhausted. Been working a lot.
Well, that's good. It's fucking summer, so it's a tiring fucking time
You've
of
been
year.
promising a stream for 5 years.
Yeah, I think it's been 5 years. Like, it's been more closer to like 2 years, but
It's more like
Stream.
5 because I've been on the Kiwi Farms for 5 years. So I can remember you've been talking about streaming long before me, way long before me.
Stream some video.
I'll look into it. Cause I got a
You
lot of
said,
work
"Where's
to do.
Waddy?" You made the Waddy account on Rumble, but there's no videos on the Waddy account.
Yeah, I mean, there were 3 episodes, but I didn't really get that far with it. You know, I got 2.
There's no episodes on your account because I've seen it. There's zero.
Yeah, there was a pilot episode, and then which I call episode 0, and then 1 and 2. I mean, they're gone now, but they existed.
Yeah, I know. So they don't exist. They're not existent. You should make an episode.
I'll look into it. Besides,
You'll look into it. Okay, second of all, I have another question, Jacko Verde, since I have you here. I didn't think I was going to have you.
I'm gonna go pee real quick.
The beauty parlor.
yeah, what about it?
You're always in the beauty parlor chat. Why?
I like the Kiwi girls. That's why. But not the New Zealand chicks, but not the New Zealand. I don't like the New Zealand chicks, but I like the Kiwi Farms girls, or the real girls, anyways. Not the.
Are you in the DMs of how many Kiwi Farms women?
Like 2.
Interesting. You got more riz than me because I'm in 0 DMs. People hate me. Jacko, when's the stream though? I've been talking about Waddy for years. How can I have 137 videos and you have 0? That's crazy. And you started before me.
Well, I'm busy, man. I have stuff going on with my house. I'm working. Been working for a while again, and then I have stuff with my girlfriend. You know, that's going on.
So you have a girlfriend that I remember you cheated on by flying out a Kiwi girl. Can you ever go into detail for that?
I never flew her out. I asked to, but she didn't go all in.
So you had a girlfriend, right? Okay, this is perspective. But you wanted to offer another woman to be flown out.
Well, I think I was kind of in a position where we were like kind of broken up. You know, it was over.
You're still in a relationship. You could have broken up with her and been single and then offered, but she said she's still your girlfriend, and to this day she's still your girlfriend. So you're in a pickle here, pal.
Well, no, I had the first girl. Like we were kind of broken up, and then it's like I mean, she moved out a long time ago, and then it was during that time that I wanted to fly one in, and then I got a new girlfriend, and then that's how that worked.
But you're still in the Kiwi Farms DMs.
Yeah.
But you have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
You're an interesting fella. So, Waddy, what was episode 0?
I'm gonna co-host with you.
Yeah, see, Zyklon gets it. But Jacko, episode 0, was it about Noel? Was it about let's see, who was a fun log? King Cobra? Was it about that one lady's Sagittarius shorty? What did you make on? What did you do?
Episode 0 was just a test episode. Like it wasn't even anything on it. But
how do you have a test episode with nothing on it?
Well, no, it was just testing to see if the stream would work and stuff like that. It wasn't like a...
Oh, because Nate did a test stream today. It was 8 seconds, and he got over 20 views on it.
Oh, okay.
I am holding up my bread.
Has to be Noel's penis. that needs to be the episode.
I am holding up my bread. It is
Jacko
beautiful.
Verde,
look on the camera. Look and see.
Content.
Look at this bread.
Noel's penis for episode 1 of Waddy.
This bread is beautiful.
But you're okay with
nobody cares about my bread.
Promiscuous in the DMs.
I can't see it.
But you're not okay while making an episode about a show.
I'm streaming on YouTube. You can see the bread. It's freshly baked.
Oh.
Yeah, I kind of had a missed opportunity with Wadi. I could have been the first one to blow up the whole like May Waku thing, but I could have. But it was kind of
Well,
a
it
missed
ended up being
opportunity.
Welper, who's fat.
Miwaku. What were you gonna expose from her?
No, because Little Drip, like this was like a long time ago, asked me to look into her, and I'm like, yeah, I'll look into her. I did look into her, and then I probably could have exposed it if I look into her, but
Why would you look into who have you looked into of any significance? I'm curious.
yeah, I've doxed a couple people, like in
Who?
the
Name one.
okay,
Don't say
I,
Chris Chan's sister either, because I will just laugh at you because that's already known information.
that was no because I was the one that did it.
No, that was out there, but you
I
can
didn't
keep
know he
getting
had a.
bogged
I
down.
really didn't know he had a sister. I thought he had a brother, just a brother.
Yeah, he
Cole.
Well,
has
he has two brothers, but he has
Cole
Cole and
What?
Timothy.
He's got two brothers. I have
Cole.
known about Chris for like 20 years. You are dropping new information on me.
Yeah, there's Cole, and then there's David Chandler, but.
Are you David Chandler by any chance?
No, I'm not an optometrist. I'm not like 60
You
years
promise?
old. Yeah, I'm not 60 years old. I'm not an optometrist.
How old are you then?
Uh, about mid to late 20s.
Interesting.
I'm gonna dox a spider in my backyard. There's a thumb-size orange spider that I almost walked into his web when I went out to pee.
So, why are you in the stream today, Jacko? What enticed you? Was it me or was it Nate?
I mean, I saw the chat was open. I'm like, yeah, I'll join. Yeah, I got my voice changer on, so that's pretty good. But I
I
would
don't
try to
think
keep.
that's a voice changer.
It's a subtle one. So I have like a high quality microphone and some software going on.
It's a subtle voice changer. So you're telling me someone who has a broken speech impediment who sounds like a retard, you're gonna tell me that's not your real voice.
That's not my real voice.
So you're telling me your voice is worse than what you're portraying as right now.
My voice is kind of like my voice doesn't even sound like this. It's just I kind of play it
I
up a
can
bit.
see why Waddy didn't take off if you're using a voice changer.
Well,
If you're gonna be
those episodes were kind of like on the low, so people
but
didn't
you
really
said you
watch.
were gonna blow up the Miku situation, even though I
Yeah,
offered to interview her, but you were gonna blow it up. I'm curious. Go on.
because that was like over a year ago. That was like it was when Little Drip was still around. I was asking for
Little Drip's been
suggestions
gone
on.
for almost 2 years.
Well, yeah, that's my point. I was looking into stuff. I was like asking people in the chat who should I look
So
into,
what
and
were you
then
gonna expose from her though? That's what I'm asking because there's not a lot of new information. What was the bombshell that you found?
no, I said I could have if I looked into her. I just got lazy there.
You do not sound, and I'm glad you have a voice changer because you do not sound at all like I pictured you.
What did you expect?
I expected you
More
to be like
retarded. No
a
offense.
middle-aged family man, slightly Hispanic.
A middle-aged family man. That is from Jacko Verde.
Yeah.
I'm mid 20s. So I'm not like middle aged.
Wow.
Jacko Verde is a sussy baka man who's been denying people videos for over. He said, and I will always remember this. He said a can of peaches rolled onto his toe, so
No,
he
it was a
could not
can of
stream that day.
it was a can of pineapples, not a can of
It
peaches.
it was a can of fruit that landed on your feet, and it was so traumatic and painful you could not stream that day.
No, well, my toe, my big toe went black, and then like the toe fell off. That's how bad it hurt. But
The
that's
toe fell off, so you only have 4 toes.
no, the toenail. You fucking jackass.
Okay, that's a second problem. A little slow.
Fucking jack. That did happen. I was like, I was kind of like walking
There's
like
no
with a
proof
limp
of
throughout the
said
day.
things happening. The same way there's no proof of Waddy happening.
But you want me to show a picture of my toes? You freak! Like what the?
I've seen people dox worse stuff on the Kiwi farms, and you're worried about your toes.
I think there was an entire foot doxing thread. And I was going around being like, this
Me
person
too.
is slightly
He could have been
Egyptian,
a part
this
of
person is is Germanic, this person. I was using my chart.
He was in the foot thread with Maiku, and he was showing her his little toesy woesies, his little piggly wigglies.
I was using my chart to dox people's ethnicity based on their feet. after that leaked.
Yeah, she has everyone's foot dogs because she had a foot fetish allegedly,
Little?
quote unquote. I've never heard of a woman with a foot fetish, but
Or
she had
Maywaku.
one.
Which one? Which one?
Jack, she had a picture of fingernails with little chicken fingers on it.
No, that's Maywaku. Yeah, Maywaku.
I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm not an anime person.
And yeah, it's a shame that you didn't get that dachshund, Jacko.
Taiku, whatever.
Because that was deep.
Care.
Now, my least favorite woman is Android Raptor. The one that like talked about like one of the slam dunk babies into the concrete and shit. The roach girl.
She used to say the most benign shit. I never took her serious. I kind of miss her.
I never heard her say that shit in public, but apparently she was on some other shit in private.
She was just a concern troll.
Her cosplays weren't bad.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest. Her cosplays weren't bad.
Yeah, one of the cool chicks on Kiwi Farms is that Otterly chick, but she's.
I love Otterly. Otterly's top tier.
So yeah, I mean she can only be so cool because she's from England. So I'm not really
okay.
Some of the coolest girls are from that general area.
No, she's married and has kids, and she's English, so no.
Oh, she's taken. Sorry, Judas.
What would allow you to slide into a Kiwi woman's DM? What entices you? What is it? The profile picture?
What?
What entices you to slide into a Kiwi woman's
Dude, it's
DM?
personality, man. It always personality comes first, you know? If you can't get along with somebody, it doesn't matter how they look.
I mean, we usually talk like you're on the chat or like somewhere like on one of the threads, and and then we go from there. Depending on what we talk about, depending on what they reveal, But yeah, if they say they're married or have kids or anything like that, I don't mess with them like no matter what. I like that.
Jacko, you are a very sussy baka individual.
Dude, you're the one calling. Why are you calling me that? That's retarded.
You use a voice changer. You are openly chatting and flirting with other women while in a relationship. You have yet to reveal any episodes or even evidence that said episodes exist. And most importantly, you're scaring me. So I'm just saying.
How am I scary? Like what did I do?
I'll be right back. I gotta put my bread away before it gets dry.
The lisping is freaking me out.
The lisping? Oh yeah, that's a thing I do. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's scaring me. Have you ever seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2?
I've only saw the first one, so. Well, I saw the one with Alexandra Daddario. I never saw the original, but.
Again, you remind me of Cowtalk. You're freaking me out.
Dude, why am I freaking you out, man? It's just.
I feel like you would wear my skin, like Chop Top.
I never do that, man. I'm not crazy.
You promise?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. That sounds like a sincere a way to make to calm my woes, man. You're freaking me out. Anyway, Jacko, what have you been up to? I haven't seen you in the chat for a while.
I've been just doing stuff at home, working, taking care of business with my girlfriend, stuff like that. Nothing much.
Is your girlfriend hot? Because you've brought up your girlfriend at least 10 times so far.
Yeah, she's above average. I mean, and the last one was hotter, but she's above average.
What is above average? What constitutes as that?
Like a 6 out of 10, I guess. Like 6.
Well, where you land on the scale out of 1 out of 10? Where do you land?
Probably about a 6 out of 10. Yeah. I'm not really like one of the. I don't really like keep with my appearance that much. It's just not really a thing I do.
You don't bathe?
I mean, I shower and everything, but I'm not really like
stinky. Take a shower.
I shower every single day. I just don't. I don't put moisturizer on. I don't really like work out a lot or anything like that anymore. So
you gotta sweat once a day. That's the rules. Them's the rules. Sweat once a day.
I swim sometimes, but it's other than that.
Okay, here's my recommendation. You make an episode of Waddy instead of being a coward, because you've been saying it for 3 years. And I recommend you cut your hair and shave your beard and put on some nice clothes.
I already have a girlfriend. No point in doing that. I mean, if I went back on the scene, maybe I clean myself
Went back
up a
on
little
the.
bit more.
You sound like you have a really high ego of yourself. Nate has literal women lusting after him, and you're over here flexing like you're Papi Chulo. This is wild.
Papi chulo.
Yeah.
Why did you choose the name Jacko Verde? Because that's your name across the board. Why that one?
That's my real name. Yeah, that's where I used to have my barbecue business, my barbecue rub, spice rub business.
You're 20 years old and you had your own business.
Yeah.
That's why I thought.
Well,
I thought you were way older
mid
than.
to late 20s. I'm mid to late 20s.
I literally thought you were in your 40s.
I'm not.
Who funded that?
It was self-funded. It's like a small. Like I started with a couple $100 from work, and then went from there. But
You started from a couple $100 to selling seasonings like your Jack Scalfani.
well, I mean, it's not like a giant operation. It's just like a small thing. Yeah.
Were you selling on the TikTok shop or something?
The TikTok wasn't a thing yet. I was selling like no, I was selling it like on Amazon, and like you could order it from the website on
Jacko Verde.
Well,
That was the website.
It's called Jack Verde. Look it up. Like it's a barbecue spice rub, like stuff like that.
Are you Southern?
Yeah.
You're from the South. You're making spice rubs. As they once told me, that sounds like it's a tough sell in a Southern marketplace. Maybe if you were in the West Coast where people don't season their meat, you maybe would have had a little bit more market
Have
share.
you seen how popular those like pickled Kool-Aid spears are?
Yeah, I saw that shit. It's retarded.
Dude, you can make a lot of money on food in the South.
Nate, have you seen the Dipping Dots and chicken wings combo?
Yeah, she shakes
what
it up.
What the hell is that?
It's like covered in sprinkles. Oh my god, man!
No, Dipping Dots is ice cream, so it's
Yeah,
chicken
I know
wings
what that
covered in
is.
ice cream. I'm explaining to Nate because
You
Nate
gotta try this at
Nate
your next
thought they were
birthday
sprinkles.
party.
Oh yeah. They always eat crazy as shit in the hood, man. I don't know what they do over there, but
Jacko, can I get a bottle of your seasoned blend? I would love to try it.
you can buy it, but
I would offer that you give it to me for free and then I
no.
cover it on a YouTube video.
No.
And then you garner
Fuck no.
recommendations.
He'll give it a
views.
real good review.
Yeah, I don't like getting paid in exposure. I'm not a chump, but
You're not a chump.
But you are a chud.
But you're. Is that what you just said?
I said I'm not a chump. That's all I said.
Not a chump,
What I'm saying
but he's a
is,
chud.
I think you have evidence to say the opposite of said statement. I think you are one.
How am I a chump? I mean,
Like a chump. Like a chump.
You
Like a chump.
haven't
Hey,
even
like a
made
chump.
a video in your own series, and you're using a voice changer around three men who are literally all retarded.
Exactly.
not
I don't want
one.
you guys knowing me that personally. I want you.
You're offered yourself to us. No one said Jacko join.
I don't know. I've been curious about Jacko as a person for a long time. I was following him on my other account, but I guess I forgot to follow him on this account. You weren't that active.
And you're on stream right now with Nathaniel Matthews ABC on YouTube. So it's not like you put yourself out there. Is what I'm saying.
I remember you from the farms.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna offer again. Send Nate some seasoning because Nate's a little bit more partial than me.
I'm not sending him anything. Yes, I'm not sending.
I'm telling you, if Nate reviews your seasoning, you will actually get some buys.
Dude, I already get buys. I mean, besides, I'm not really that committed. I
highly doubt that. How much inventory do you have? I'm curious.
Right now, not that much. I just I maintain a little amount.
What is not that much? How much do you maintain? Do you create 100 bottles? Do you create 1,000 bottles? What are you making?
I usually keep like 100 or so, just in storage. Yes.
Do you sell it on the street or do you sell it online?
Moldy storage bottles of barbecue sauce, and
yes.
You can't send one to Nate.
No, I'm not setting up anything.
Well, it's a question. Like, do you sell them mostly on the street, like as a food cart sort of business?
I have like I have like a website and then like an Amazon listing. You know, people buy it occasionally. It's just
Huh.
Do you package everything yourself
yeah. I mean, it's not really
and you
that
ship
much
it out
work. It's
yourself?
just, yeah.
But you can't get off your pumpkin ass, get a bottle, put a labels link sticker, put it in a box, put it in the mail, and send it to Nathaniel Matthews ABC.
Because I don't want to. That's why.
It's fine, man. I'm not
But
asking
you
for any
want
handouts.
to DM random Kiwi women on the Kiwi farms.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I see where your priorities lie. If it's a woman, it's okay, but if it's a man, you have to go above and beyond for you.
So guys,
I see.
What
Sexist.
What opinions do we have on Mersh? Do we have any Mersh watchers in the stream today?
Yeah, right now I just keep up with whatever's on Kino Casino for the most part. I don't really have time.
So you watch two homosexuals yell at each other for 2 hours.
It's pretty funny.
6 hours.
It's funny.
If you watch all 6 hours, I'm sorry, you're a dent. If you watch like an hour or two, then you can be normal. But like if you watch all
What's
6
your favorite
hours,
segment, Jacko, on Kino Casino? I'm curious.
I've watched a lot of episodes, so it's gonna be kind of tough to
I'm asking you, what is your favorite segment? They do the same 5 people. They do quartering. They do DSP. They do the
quartering.
Okay. My favorite recent segment was what was that pastor who was like, all the black politicians do an Auschwitz on them, do a dock out on them. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, you got to see that.
I have no idea. I don't watch PPP because I'm not a homosexual, and I don't watch Andy Worski because I have a little bit of self-respect for myself. So I apologize.
It's funny. Like, it's trash TV, man. I like watching trash.
It's not trash TV would constitute as watchable. There's a difference. Jerry Springer, Maury.
My mom hates Jerry Springer.
Watchable. I'd rather watch 3 midgets yell at each other because they slept with one tall woman and they're cheating on each other in a polyamory relationship than watch PPP.
Kino Casino is funny. I just like to stay within the local circles, you know, like mad at the internet, you know, like.
What's funny about Kino Casino?
It's just entertaining, I guess. Just like, yeah, it's like.
What's entertaining then? I'm gonna keep asking you because you seem like you said you watched a lot of episodes, so there's something bringing
all
you back.
of them, literally, but like I've been watching them for like the last year or so. But
I find that funny because I ask the fish take people the same question, and no one can ever give me just a concise answer why any of this shit is watchable. Kino Casino, it's funny. A fish tank, it's fun. What's funny?
I think Pot Awful is pretty damn funny, and Jesse is very skilled.
Pot Awful's a homosexual male who's on Noel's dick.
Wait, I think he has a baby and a wife, bro.
And he's a tranny chaser. Because it's
obvious. Really?
Just 'cause you're married to a woman doesn't mean that you won't fuck a man. I'm just saying it.
I mean, that's
Pot
true.
Awful, sussy meter for Pot Awful is like level 8.
I think you just don't like him.
No, you can literally just smell it on them, Nate. I know you like these people because they shit on Noel.
No. I have laughed my ass off at Jesse's shit, especially talking about Mersh. It's very funny.
Segment that's funny.
It's very funny.
I can't say I'll ever laugh.
He dug into Mersh's like early 20s teenage live journal edgy, you know, some shit that, like real log cow shit, real Chris Chan shit. That was funny.
Of all the long-haired, bearded YouTubers, you're the best.
Well, thank you.
You are on a level. No, I'm not trying to I'm not even trying to glaze you. Out of all the long-haired homosexual YouTube commentator channels from TurkeyCon on down, you're better.
Now wait a minute. Wait a minute.
He's the best in the sector from the top on down.
Now wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute, Judas, no.
I had fun talking to you guys, man. I'll talk to you later. I gotta go to sleep.
Nice meeting you, bro. Nice actually, like, officially meeting you, man. Good night.
All right. So how do I leave it?
So Judas, really? You really think that he's a tranny chaser, Jesse?
Nate.
What evidence do you have?
Do you see the topics he covers and the way he speaks?
No, you gotta show me some evidence. I need to see the evidence. Because that's pretty intense. That's a pretty intense accusation. That somebody's a chaser. I know a few fucking chasers, all right? People that I would have never expected knowing them before.
Rye Wrangler?
No, I can't say it because these are people that I've known from like childhood. You know, that turned out to be tranny chasers. And
I've learned something.
You know, it's not the most condemnable thing in the world, okay? Like, it's not. It doesn't make you a pedophile.
It's not even about that. Here, I'm going to be honest with you, Nate. Harm is the only other person on the Kiwi Farms. He's a degenerate, but I love him, and he loves me. I love him. He's
Harm's very nice. I had a nice interview with Harm.
Men will sleep with anything. I'm going to repeat that. Men will sleep with... No,
gay men will sleep with anything. No. A lot of men have self-respect. Ain't that right, Zyklon?
That is not true at all. Yeah. I'm from San Francisco, Nate. I've seen men that if they don't get some poop,
your perspective is
that's gay men. Sorry, yeah, it's true.
I'm just saying. I've seen men that didn't get laid for 3 months that would fuck a man just so that they can get laid.
I haven't gotten laid in 9 years. It's an
integrally men thing.
I haven't gotten laid in 9 years, bro.
Nate, you are a Christian male and you actually believe in your beliefs. I'm talking about weak men that do drugs and drink alcohol. Well, they're on 2 different scales here.
There's your sign.
Like a Libra scale.
I want to go back to this whole pot awful, all these guys. You know what? One thing I've noticed being banned from Kiwi Farms for almost 2 years now, I don't care about any of these people, and the only reason I ever care is because Noel told me to care about them.
Noel hasn't brought up Pot Awful at all. Pot Awful is
because he has a rule.
He's got a fatwa
on the site that's unwritten that he doesn't want people to bring him up because he doesn't like giving Jesse attention.
It's a fatwa. He has a complete ban on talking about Jesse or Pot Awful or anything involving him.
Question: why is he so special then?
He's funny. He's funny as fuck. He's actually been developing his show for like 15 years, and like you can actually see through the timeline how he gets better and better.
You fucking suck. It takes 15 years to build an audience? No, you need to get a fucking job.
That's the crazy thing is like he doesn't have much of an audience. I think he's underrated.
That is even worse. So, okay,
bro, calm down. You're gonna wake your mom up. Calm down. Wait a minute. Audience. It's only probably like 9 over there. That's right.
I don't give a fuck. I'll wake up the entire neighborhood.
Come on, calm down.
I think that there's a lot of projected hate at some of these people that I really think what it all comes down to is Noel told people to hate them, so they hate them.
I don't. So again, who is Noel to tell anyone to hate anybody?
I don't know.
The master of hate, the mad at the internet man.
He's got a website of people that
Noel is not even the master of hate. That's the king of hate.
That's the king of hate, and that's DSP.
That's DSP. Yes, exactly. They're not on the same. They're on 2 different pedestals here.
True.
Noel wishes he was Phil. Phil has so much integral hate for another human being that he shows it every single stream. Ignoring people because their show sucks and all they're doing is trying to cloud chase like Pot Awful because he's 15 years in and he can't garner an audience bigger than you, Nate, when you can literally stream for 8 seconds and get 20 people. I think you should reassess your life.
I really like the henchmen. I really like his following. They're nice people.
The one thing I learned from a logging route for years is that if you just left these people to their own devices, they would self-destruct.
They will destroy themselves. Yes, I agree.
And the attention you give them actually forestalls that destruction.
Well, I'm forestalling the destruction of all the seals.
If you go back to the whole war between like the IBS crowd and the skeptic sphere, it wasn't the skeptic sphere that actually defeated the IBS crowd. Is when they finally left them alone and the IBS crowd turned inward is what destroyed them.
And then the infighting comes. And you see, Judas, this is the big problem with a lot of the stuff that's been going on with the Kiwi Farms recently, is there's a lot of infighting. People are at each other's throats. And like there's not a lot of super active thread. The Oni Plays thread has been active for this entire time. That shouldn't be a big thing.
How do you know that there's no threads popping off if you don't use the Kiwi Farms? How would you know this?
Very specifically because, like, when I log into the Kiwi Farms to lurk, there's literally nothing that catches my eye. Nothing seems interesting. And then I hear from other people, like, there's really not a lot going on the website. And that's something that is going to hurt Null's business prospects. And, like, what you need...
6,000 people with over 4,000 guests reading about Oni because they had a 24-hour stream about them getting shit on.
What you need is you need to have people hunting for lolcows. And I found a couple, but I couldn't get anybody to coordinate with me on a thread because everybody's pitched against each other.
Lolcows are a very niche thing. To be a lolcow, you have to hit it's literally like a checklist. You have to have like a 10 list. Are you autistic? Are you retarded? Do you have a lot of a persuasion to talk about yourself on?
All species are speciated because they are speciated to exploit a niche. If Kiwi Farms wants to be a real thing on the website, it has to exploit its niche. It can't just be like every other thing. It can't just be green Reddit. That's not what I want from it.
Why do you people say that, like the Shardy people? You said you don't like the Shardy people, but they use that as green Reddit. Kiwi Farms is nothing like Reddit.
The Shardy is insane, but they can call a spade sometimes.
It is not the website it used to be once upon a time.
That's what I'm saying.
And I'll bring this up just to prove a point. Go actually read the Ricada thread. How many pages do you have to sift through before there's a post that has a single archive link? Anything that's actually relevant? Anything that's new information? It's a bunch of circle-jerking faggots trying to get their 15 seconds of fame. Look at me, I'm hating Ricada better than that guy hates Ricada. No, look at me, I made a song about Ricada. No, look at me, I made a picture about Ricada.
I blame Anime Subs Cope and Sneed. That's entirely his fault.
That guy does suck.
Worthwhile about the site anymore because the people once upon a time that made the culture of Kiwi Farms like a ZKiss60.
Yeah.
People that were actually consummate doctors,
good at what they were doing, really good at what they were doing.
Genuine interest in digging up dirt are all gone, and you're left with Reddit tier people who don't know how to do anything else other than bitch and moan and talk about themselves.
I disagree again because Anime Sucks Cope and Sneed had one of the most. Everyone says their favorite Maddie moment is when he sent Ricada the jerk off pictures where he did on stream. So everybody's been trying to chase that high to get. Oh my God! Well, no, put me on Maddie, which is stupid. So I will agree to that. But being green Reddit, no, because Reddit has pornography literally littered on the front page. I go on the queue. There's no porn.
It really dropped my heart when I found out I had a whole fucking Maddie episode that was 75% me.
In people's threads. Because literally, there's screenshots of him telling people, like, yeah, keep that porn in that archive link. Don't, like, post a picture, but it's still searchable and available on Kiwi Farms.
And don't we have, like, e-girls nudes under the...
Amaranth?
Not we, I'm sorry.
I'm not going to...
I shouldn't say we. Doesn't the Kiwi Farms have e-girls nudes underneath the login, shield, just like doxes are underneath the login shield? And then if it's like Anissa, they'll post Anissa's nudes.
Yeah, because it's on OnlyFans. I can't buy a woman's nudes and post them on the internet. It's free information.
But you undermined your point about Reddit.
It doesn't undermine my point because if you guys are complaining about archiving things.
Calm down. We love you, Judas.
That people bully.
We love you, Judas.
Not to be mean. You two have sour grapes, and
that's what happens when you get banned for like no reason.
I've been banned 6 times. Am I supposed to hate Noel? Am I supposed to say you fucking faggot, fat bitch loser? You banned me from your site. I'm so mad at you.
Big Ed got me banned the last time. I tried to join a third time. He banned me immediately after checking my IP.
Because, Nate, you stir up problems. Look at you now. You DM when you were on Twitter. You would add him every day about stupid shit.
What are you talking about? Now I can tell you're actually mad because you're making stuff up.
I'm making stuff up. I look at your Twitter all the time. I'm on Twitter every day.
Yeah, and I like tagging you in cow pictures.
You do, but Nate, you two both have sour. I understand you both been banned. Just let it go. Make a new account. Fee got banned. She got doxxed. She made 3 accounts since. Who cares? It's
that's the thing, man.
There's no reason to hold. There's no reason to hold grudges over a man who runs a website that allows you to use
It's not
his website.
just no.
Why am I
Fortune
still
1000.
banned? Why is the bitch that's holding grudges that still has me banned after I donated $1,000 fucking dollars to his legal defense fund? But you're not gonna spend 2 fucking seconds to say a word about him. But you're gonna fucking get up in my grill about you need to let it go. It's been water on the bridge. It's in the past. Fuck you.
Now, come on, guys. Come on.
It's sour grapes. It really is. Why are you mad at Lidl Drip? She's gone.
She's stirring. You want to talk about? Hold on. You want to talk about me stirring up shit, bro?
Site and make the site unusable and miserable.
Little straight up made everybody fight each other all the time. She started a fucking gang war between girls and women and boys.
It's because we couldn't talk in the fucking site. We couldn't enjoy it. We couldn't enjoy the fucking general chat. We couldn't enjoy talking in a fucking thread. I couldn't even enjoy the fucking Arcada thread.
Why can't
because
you
that
enjoy
bitch
general
is in there
chat?
every day. Penises. I hate penises. Vaginas. Every fucking day. And when I simply ask Noel, put her back in her box. I don't care what she does in her thread. Make her go back to her thread. He's like, why are you getting so uppity about this? You need to calm down. You need to just block.
You do.
Judas, do you think they're dating? Do you think Little and Null are a thing or an item?
No, I don't actually. Actually, if I'm being honest,
there's a lot of evidence.
A real person.
You know what? The problem with that is, and it's like I've told people before, you can block Little Drip, but then everybody else in the thread is now responding to her post that you can't see. She derails the thread.
Posted in 2 years.
But the thing is,
gone.
And I'm still banned.
Yeah, and here's the thing: is like you said that I stirred up shit. No, she's the queen of stirring up shit. But you love her, so why is that? What's with the bias, Judas? We're putting you on the spot, man. You're in the hot seat right now.
No, what bias for Lidl Drip? What have I ever said about Lidl Drip?
Well, that she's your OG and that you love her.
A woman.
When Noel refunds my money, I'll let it go.
Yeah, right? I didn't know you donated $1,000 to his legal fee, which, by the way, isn't Maddie, isn't for shekels. That's for his legal fee so that he can defend freedom of speech. And that's a valiant thing, and that's something that you should be thanked for by Null, who should care about these things if he does.
He thanked me by banning me.
Which is upsetting, I understand.
Because, in his words, because I didn't support the site anymore, I wasn't worth having around.
I mean, you are very anti-Kiwi Farms right now. So is he actually wrong?
I wouldn't say he is. I think he just... Actually, here's the thing. Criticism
If the site doesn't live up to its original purpose anymore, what's the point of having it around anymore?
The highest form of patriotism is protest. That's a phrase that the leftists used to say, but it's kind of true. It's got a point. Tough love is real love. Spoiling somebody is saying that they're good and perfect and can do no wrong.
I give you tough love sometimes. The last time I did that, you kicked me from your stream.
You were chipping out. You wouldn't let me speak.
I chip out because I'm passionate. And
I know that, and I respect that. I do respect that.
Have I ever, and I'm going to ask you both, have I ever changed positions mid-argument? Have I not stand by my morals and my ground?
You do.
I believe in a few things. That's what I'm saying. It's okay. I understand that you guys are mad. I've been banned multiple times. I just deal with it. I'll just come back after a month. 2 months, whatever. I've done it. It is what it is. I'll go walk around for 2 months.
The one thing that I've realized spending so much time off there is that Kiwi Farms was not a good site. Not for the reasons that people online typically complain about it being a doxing harassment site. It's the fact that Kiwi Farms creates a codependency where you start isolating yourself and choosing that as your only avenue of outlets to have friends and to talk. And most Kiwi farmers probably need to hear this. You need to leave. You need to get away. You're creating a codependency with that site.
The Telegram people from the Kiwi Farms, I will agree to that sentiment because some of those people on Telegram
you need to get outside and you need to make friends IRL.
Like maybe I was parasocial with Noah a little bit because I cared about him and I cared about the success of his site. You know, maybe I was
I agree.
parasocial
Actually,
with him.
Zyklon, I agree, because Wolper Helper reminds me of that, because he's on the Kiwi Farms 24 hours a day. I'm like, dude, I like you. You're Mormon. Log off.
I don't think he's really. That's the thing about Mormons. It's just like, apparently to be a Mormon, all you have to do is be inside of the Mormon church and not leave. And the only way to go to hell is if you leave the Mormon church. So it's more like a Jim Jones cult in many ways. Now, are they Christian? I have never heard a fucking Mormon talk about Christ one time. Ever.
Can I get Wolper to talk to you? That would be a really good debate.
He scrubbed the interview and blocked me recently. For no reason!
Really?
I was telling him that Forsaken Wanderer is not to be trusted, and then he blocked me. That doesn't make any fucking sense. We were talking for a long time.
I blame Forsaken Wanderer.
I don't like that guy.
My enjoyment of watching Kiwi Farm struggle right now really is just it's kind of a comeuppance. And I tried to warn Null through some of my posts that I made, specifically that if you continue to let this aberration take over the community and kind of like pull it by the nose and dictate it, you're going to end up with what you want, which is a feminist website where most of the users that you would actually want to interact with are gone.
And I talk about women, I talk to women about Kiwi Farms a lot, and they all love it. And I say, I'm glad that Null has created a space where women can feel comfortable to talk. However, if it wants to survive, it can't just be like one of those lipstick websites. It has to be like a forum where people talk, because the zeitgeist of the forum is not exclusively female. There is a female board, but it's small.
Even by Null's own admission, always end up the same way. Pretty ugly little liars tore itself apart because the women on there can never resist the urge to attack each other. Because nobody hates a woman more than another woman.
Yeah, I've heard.
And you just look at what happened to us. I mean, people like Lurker were sent into the DM specifically to like snitch and get people banned.
Lurker snitched on me directly to Null for calling Null the N-word. And it's just like I was doing it in jest, exclusively in jest. I did not really mean to insult him, but she's just like, no, he's insulting you. It's like, bro, I'm not. It's the same thing with Stupid Monkey saying that I'm threatening to sue him. I'm just like, dude, no. This is what happens when you take a legal document that's right in front of your face and you misrepresent it to like a tortious degree. You could get a lawsuit. So don't do this shit. And it won't happen to you. That doesn't mean that I'm threatening you with a lawsuit. Which just like if he keeps doing that, I could get involved in one and testify on his negative behalf. Because he needs to stop doing that. He needs to wake up to that sort of behavior. Like calling everybody a swatter and a like an abuser and like an animal abuser when there's no evidence to the contrary, that's bad. You shouldn't be doing that shit.
Yeah,
I finally locked my volume. Thank God, I finally locked my mic volume. I have been wrestling with this shit for hours.
Something I think a lot of Kiwi Farms users, myself included, just never really looked at is what's actually in the Blockland forum archives.
I never looked at that when I was
misrepresents it.
Simping for Null. I never looked at that.
He was 13. He was just a young, dumb kid. No, he was 18 hitting on 13-year-olds.
It's rough, man. It's rough. Sometimes she was 12 and he was like in his late 17s, and then they kept talking until he was over 18 and he wanted to fucking pick her up on a car, and like it's rough, bro. It's rough, man. And that doesn't mean that, like, as I said about well, hold on. Let me speak 1 second to Judas, because he's letting us talk. He's being very respectful about these situations, but like this is what I said about Ralph, man. Like, you gotta leave people a little bit of space to recover and do better. Like, all the shit about Ralph, it makes him look like the good guy when people are being hypocritical and they're not holding Little to the same account as they are me, or they're not holding Ralph to the same account as they are Null. It's just like, be consistent with your morals and your personal values.
Am I not consistent? Am I not? I think I'm pretty consistent with what I believe.
So do you condemn Null completely and utterly for doing bad stuff in his past, the same way that you do with Ralph?
I condemn Null. I don't care what he's done in his past. That's not my prerogative. You know what stupid shit I've done? My point is, I'm not perfect. I do not care.
And you know what? As long as you don't do that again, bro, I forgive you for that, and I'm willing to be your friend.
Nate.
Whatever it is.
Haven't you done stupid shit?
Yeah, of course I have.
People tell me all the time before to never have speak to you, to never have talking to you, to never make videos with you. And what do I continuously done for the last 2 years?
You have been forgiving and helpful, and you've helped me.
I rest my case.
You have helped me
you,
restore my... Instead of like what they do with Ralph, which is trying to bury him and push him down constantly, let people have some space to restore themselves if they can. If they can't, that's on them.
Ralph?
Pardon?
Do you forgive Ralph?
Well,
Do you forgive Ralph?
You know, it's very, very rough. That you're putting me on the spot right there, and you know, I put you on the spot.
That's why I'm asking, because you're very vehement on your Ralph side. So
well, I'm using as a point because people are like over the top. The fucking Gabe Hoffman simps that attack Ralph with every little bit of might and lie about him constantly.
Trying to get Gabe Hoffman fired from his job. What do you expect?
Honestly, I hope Gabe Hoffman falls into a fucking wheat thresher. Truly.
Would you have preferred Gabe Hoffman just be like Jesus Christ and just turn the other cheek, essentially?
I would hope that he would stop ruining Kiwi Farms. You want to talk about the source of the problem? It's right fucking there. This friend of Larry Ellison, LLC guy,
Nate.
This multi-millionaire fucking Fed handler, this freak is ruining your favorite website and fucking up your ability to have good friends. And you don't see that as a self-preservation problem.
I have good friends on Kiwi Farms, Nate, including you and Zyklon. So without the Kiwi Farms, this conversation is irrelevant.
Well, you know, yeah, you're right.
Well, it's the reality of it. If I would have never used the Kiwi Farms, I would have been on goddamn Twitter, and you would have probably hated me.
No.
I used the forum, and I found you too. So technically, I'm just saying, with all due respect, it is a good community.
But still, there's the whole...
People leave all the time.
If you're close to null, you should be willing to either...
I am not close. You make it sound like I'm like on a first name basis with the guy. I don't have his DMs or I have his phone.
His first name is Josh, damn it. We all know his first name.
Don't DM him.
First name was like Harry Potter.
Don't post on his wall. I don't post on his Twitter. I don't acknowledge him like that. He is an entity amongst himself because I like to think if I got involved in this man's life, I can only make it worse because I fuck things up all the time.
I think you actually see what happens to everybody that gets close to him, which is they get burned, and you want to keep it at a certain level so that you don't get burned. That's what I think.
Because actually, Nate, I've done worse than Noel's ever done in his life. I've been on the internet.
No, you have not, bro. No, you have not.
No idea.
No. Absolutely not.
I appreciate you thinking me in high standards, but no, I'm pretty retarded, Nate.
No. And the thing is, here's the thing is like, no, PPP was better than Null was 10, 15 years ago. Now PPP is worse than Null today. And like Null was a better person 3 years ago than he is today. You see, people can change. And that's the whole point about Ralph, and that's the whole point about Null.
People don't change.
Yes, they do. People change every day.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
The best thing that could happen to Kiwi Farms, and I mean this sincerely, is Null should fade into the background and just code the website and have somebody else be the head moderator.
That'd be a great idea. Make it like
he hasn't been a focal point. He's just been coding and he's trying to get DDoS mitigation, which I respect.
What happened to DDoS mitigation he used to have?
Make it like Autistic Right. Autistic Right should be the head moderator. Or
that's the one thing I don't understand about the latest, like the site's under attack, we're under threat, this is the worst attack the site's ever. He made a DDoS mitigation. What happened?
Yeah, Tartarus.
Elaine is she's paying tens of thousands of dollars.
How do you know it's Elaine?
Bots.
That's a serious question. How do you know it's Elaine?
He bragged about it, Nate.
What if she's taking credit for something that isn't her? And what in that equation, where does Liz Bong Jones go?
Who said that it was? I'm not saying that Liz hasn't done anything, but why would Elaine brag about it with all her community on Telegram? It's not like this isn't public.
Have you heard Noel's recent theory about Elaine? That she's a confidential informant for the federal government?
Yeah, and I could believe it because, again, most people...
Could be true.
Most people go to jail for having illicit child materials on their devices. Elaine's been caught with it multiple times sending it from her said devices. Not in jail. Just keep that in mind, Nate. I have to let you go. My phone's on 5%. I'm going to die.
All
But I
right.
love you guys. I appreciate the conversation, you two. It was beautiful. Hope to see you beautiful souls again.
Love you too, man. You have a good
I will
one.
see you guys on the next Moversation. And Nate, keep streaming and do the workout stream.
Yep. All right. Well, Zyklon, that was quite the intense conversation.
Yeah, a little bit.
So, who's your favorite seal? Do you like Tsuki-chan or Yo-chan, or do you like Katsunori or Frankfurt or Slishik or Kroshnik?
To be honest, I don't really know them by name. I just find some of the pictures funny sometimes.
Yeah.
And you really like seals, so I kind of go out of my way sometimes to find a picture that you might like.
Thank you, man. And that's friendship. And you know what? There is a space for Kiwi Farms that is outside of like lolcow content, and that's nice posting, and that's learning about like technology and learning how to pirate shit and stuff like that.
Well, that's why like some users like Cats were some of my favorite users on the site, because they didn't really care about anything else. They just wanted to post what they loved.
Now that's a big heartache, and that's a big like L for the website, is to lose somebody like Cats.
So I mean, I do appreciate that niche part of it. That there are genuinely good people in Kiwi Farms that they're not there for anything else other than just the community.
Yeah.
And I would kind of like to see the site get better, but I still think that one of the biggest problems to the site getting better is Noel himself.
And you can trace the who, what, when, where, and why, and you can like look at the paper trail and the money, and you can kind of see you can see him bragging about, getting a bunch of donations and like those Kiwi Gold memberships and stuff like that, and be like, all right, you should have everything that you need to take on the challenges of tomorrow. But it feels sometimes like there's always a new challenge leering around the corner, and that's a little convenient.
That was the thing that kind of shocked me a little bit, was what I understood the whole point of the Legal Defense Fund originally was he was going to sue Liz Fong Jones. And then he never did.
Yeah, but it's because,
the money just sat in escrow with his lawyer forever, and
he could pull out a real big lawyer from California,
Well, it's like if he had a case, he should have just been able to bring it.
Dude, I heard Null got Rendaza, the same lawyer that drained Ricada of all of his money, who apparently handles a whole bunch of sector-related shit. Rendaza.
Well, I mean, to Rendaza's credit, even though he took Ricada for all he's worth, he is a competent lawyer that will make novel arguments that all lawyers won't.
It probably is not that hard. I've been thinking about being a lawyer sometimes before. I have, and I've studied a lot of the aspects of law in the past. But it's just like, I don't want to be a lawyer, man. I don't want to represent the pedophile, shit like that.
Well, I don't know. It's like, I believe like Sean's explained it before, that everybody deserves like representation, and even if the representation is just being an intermediary to bargain for a lesser sentence.
Yeah, that is my least favorite thing about Sean, when he was like talking to his somebody like super chatted him saying, I'm a lawyer and I got a pedophile off today, and he's like, well, a dub's a dub, and I was just like, I don't know about man, like who's that a dub for and who's that an L for, ultimately.
No.
Now, if you're accused of something and you're not guilty of it, like that's another thing. But like for an actual pedo to be able to get legal representation that like saves them from a worse, like when Bo Biden was the legal representation for one of the DuPont scions over in Delaware, and that DuPont scion like raped their own 3-year-old daughter in this like weird, disgusting Frankist ritual, and then Bo got him off with a $5,000 fine. Like at that point, Bo deserves to die, So it's just like, who's this really? That's not a W.
it's going to take a cultural change because I've heard it said before, and I'm pretty sure this is a verified fact that the largest distributor of like child sexual abuse material is the FBI itself.
I believe that.
And
that makes sense.
They distribute it partially for honey trap operations and stuff like that, but to me, that seems to be a problem. Like, if this stuff is harmful, which it is, it shouldn't be on the internet. We shouldn't even have the FBI using it to bait people. It should just not exist.
Yeah.
And the moment it's seen, it should be deleted.
And anime people. That's the second biggest.
Should be prosecuted.
And anime.
Like,
that's the second biggest distributor of child porn is the anime people. And that's why I don't like Jim.
I think if we had a proper culture, we wouldn't have an FBI that's distributing it even for honeypot operation purposes.
But like, Judas makes a compelling argument. I'm sorry to hop like topics.
Yeah.
But Judas makes a compelling argument for Null and all, like Null's lawyer. But what if he's wrong? What if he's completely wrong? What if Null's actually not under attack? What if Null's just literally sitting around spending everybody's money and baying for attention and for acceptance and to be, complaining every time people say, hey, bro, this is retarded. You shouldn't have said this shit. Like, it's the end of the fucking world. And instead, like, he's actually ruining the chances he can be to be really happy by getting caught up in very petty, childish behaviors. And if you were his parent, you would sit him down and you would tell him, hey, man, you gotta stiff up your lip, bro. You gotta keep on keeping on even when it's hard. And you can't be, abusing people's goodwill like that because eventually it's going to dry up.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like, Null's kind of like your source on a lot of these claims, so you have to be able to trust Null to a certain extent to trust some of these claims. And I'm sure like there might be one or two claims that could be verified through outside sources, like maybe the DDoS could be tracked through some kind of tools or something, but I don't know. Like, I don't quite understand the leap of logic of he made a DDoS software, but now it doesn't work, and he needs this new server as opposed to the new server he already bought. And I don't. Something just doesn't add up to me. And at the end of the day, like, I'm not a member of the site anymore, and I'm not supporting the site, so it doesn't matter to me. Like, it's kind of like the same thing with DSPs, like Dents. Or his supporters.
Pignosis pay pigs.
Give him, pay pigs. If they're dumb enough to give him money, then they deserve to be parted with their money, I guess. So at the end of the day, like the last holdout to Null, like riding off the sunset and getting some coding job under a new alias and just living out the rest of his life, is people still supporting him.
So, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. Because, a lot of people think kind of selfishly about the situation. Well, it does this for me. It connects me with my friends, which, as you said, kind of leads to a kind of codependency with the people on the website. And like any social media, literally any social media, it starts to consume your real life. But some people legitimately live out in the boonies. Or in your case, like, what if they're trucking all day and, they're bored and they're sitting in their truck and stuff like that. It's something that can be used for people as a forum, like cats lived out in the woods, to vent their loneliness and connect with people like the internet should be for. And this is the thing that like brings it back to Gabe Hoffman as a handler, and like how every part of the Silicon Valley is swamped by these monsters that are destroying our ability to communicate with each other and filling everything with fucking ads, which Null also hates. Which is like, it prevents people from linking up and building. And when people aren't linking and building, they're being cordoned off, they're being put into their cubicle, and they're being forced to be slaves in the modern slavery of the American workplace, where you work 48 hours a week and you get next to nothing for it.
Yeah, I don't know, but like I said, like, I still think, and especially through personal experience, like I was at a cookout this past weekend, and I had a really good time. I hung out with a bunch of people. There was several families there. They had their kids. They were running around the yard playing, having a good time. Like, And I had some genuinely good conversations that really had nothing to do with internet stuff.
Oh yeah.
And I infinitely enjoyed that more than probably most every hour I ever sat in the general chats and talked to people.
I had a lot of fun in the
Even
general
though, like,
chat.
that was enjoyable in and of itself, because it's nice to be able to talk with people who, like, they understand the lingo and jargon. They've seen like the same movies, or have like the same kind of cultural touchstones that you have, like being online. And that's enjoyable, but at the end of the day, especially being a doxing website, you can never really trust anybody in those sites. And that was like one thing that really always bothered me is I would like to make deeper friendships with some of these people, but if I ever met one of these people IRL, like, are they going to like throw my docs out in the thread?
And here's the thing is, like, I really truly tried to actually make the website a more broad spectrum thing. And maybe I was in the wrong for that. Maybe I'm partially responsible for the website sinking into the slop after in 2022, 2023, he broke from the containment and became more mainstream. But, like, I really did want it to be, like, okay, so you have your internet psychology involving eccentric individuals, and then otherwise it can be a normal forum where people can come and people can actually establish real relationships. And at a certain point, well, Noah was just like, well, if you get two people that like enter a relationship, you both owe me $20, you know, stuff like that, where he's trying to capitalize off of the fact that it was getting better and there were people being brought together. And then it all got ran into the ground. And then as things get worse and worse, people start to eat each other. And then as like real websites, like has Turkey Tom actually been making videos recently? Ever since this horrible fucking backstabbing shit that he went through with Null, getting these women on that lied about him and shit like that. Like, has he made any Kiwi Farms amplifying videos? It doesn't make any sense why he would do this shit to his star players. You got to look out for your star players, and that's not something that he was doing. Like, all around the board, like anybody who attracted attention would be equally up on the chopping block.
Yeah, I don't really keep up with Turkey Tom. I downloaded Turkey Tom's, like, I can't even remember the naming convention he had for the series, but he was going through like finding like predators and stuff hiding in Minecraft, Roblox. Like, I downloaded all those videos.
That was who was moving.
I've never visited Turkey Tom's YouTube channel ever again.
Really?
Yeah. Well, it's things like that, like, and that's one habit I picked up from being on Kiwi Farms is if I see anything that's interesting that I think is going to disappear off the internet at some point, I download it.
Me too.
So,
me too.
Like, I downloaded some like the Frederick Knudsen videos I thought were like worthwhile or worth having, and still like archive websites on my own, and like take screenshots of websites now too, because I know that archives can get taken down as well. So you can almost kind of like need a double backup. You have a screenshot of the archive page, but you also have a full screenshot of the website itself.
You know what's crazy? I just looked up Turkey Tom. He's still pumping out like 5 videos a month. Only Use Me Blade, Jedion, Oliver Tree, the racist streamer facing 60 years in prison, and it's fucking Chud the Builder. Man, Chud actually wasn't racist. That was the crazy thing about him. He really wasn't racist. Clavicular is ruining his life.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I do find it weird that we've gotten to a point where people are almost kind of like similar to Britain. We're getting imprisoned for mean words.
Yeah, right? Like the, like that woman. Shiloh Hendricks.
I don't understand. Yeah. I don't understand how we got from the point of the ACLU representing the KKK in court after they were literally marching down the street saying what they were saying to now.
And paying
the law really didn't change.
Fucking paying Nick Fuentes like $200,000. How do we get here?
Yeah, the law never actually changed. The culture changed around the law. And we've arrived at a point now where mean, hurty words are criminalized. And I don't know.
But they can kill children in plain sight, and nobody's allowed to stop them. That's the fucking insane thing about this inversion of justice. It is like literally they're and the thing is, it's unconstitutional. It is straight up unconstitutional to behave this way, and no judge should be allowed. But who's going to stop them? That's the crazy thing. Who's going to stop any of these fucking people when they're doing evil things? And that's the whole thing about everybody being cordoned off and separated and not working together to link and build, is like it really comes up as a systemic L for everybody who isn't the people who are making everything worse all the time.
Well, even like that post or that video I quote tweeted earlier today about that Blizzard staff person who was complaining about Warcraft being named Warcraft.
Yeah,
war is it's a problematic term. I'm just like, how have we gotten here where the bread and butter of this company is now being criticized for the name war because it's not inclusive enough, and it might turn away some female audience. And it's like, how about you just fire this woman?
Yeah, right. We should have called it Battlefield. No, it's fucking Warcraft. And it's called Warcraft because it was named after the stolen idea that they stole from Warhammer, which stole their ideas from Dungeons and Dragons, which stole their ideas from fucking original Gary Gygax, which stole his ideas from H.P. Lovecraft. And if you really think about it, a lot of this shit could be called inspired instead of stolen. But instead, people who don't know the history of any of this shit are going, well, I'm going to apply my liberal art school college, morals to this shit. And a war could be bad for the brand. Think about the brand. Think about my AI tells me that, this is unfavorable. Claude tells me that it should be named Battlefield instead of Warcraft. Or Roblox. Just make everything fucking Roblox. Destroy Warcraft 3, custom games, and make these shitty Roblox games the onus of everybody's mindset. Where pedophiles can do whatever the fuck they want, and apparently that's not a problem for a lot of people. But saying the word war, even though there are wars all over the place, and those people aren't lifting a finger to stop them, that's a problem.
Yeah, it's like I said in that post, though, this is a cultural problem.
Mm-hmm.
And politics was never going to fix it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, thank God. More people are waking up to the fact that they can't vote their way out of these situations.
Well, that's kind of, I think for some people it's an uncomfortable truth that are people that are still on the I'm on Trump's side part of this, that they just don't want to admit that the deportations aren't happening. What you were promised isn't coming about. This isn't a golden age.
But they want to pretend. They don't want to feel like a loser. And that's the onus of the entire sports game of Republican versus Democrat politics, is they just want to feel like a winner because their sports team won, even if they have no real connection to the sports team. That's what it boils down to.
Yeah, but I can't play the lie anymore. Ever since I found out that the whole reason that this even started with illegal immigrants entering trucking is because of Trump and Elaine Chao doing this in 2019, I can't view him the same way.
Isn't that fucking nuts that Mitch McConnell is probably dead and his wife is probably in China, but they're just going to pretend like nothing happened? Isn't that fucking crazy?
But this is the problem, is the people that supposedly are supposed to fix these problems end up creating them themselves. And then it's just this internal blame game of, well, no, Biden did it. No, Trump did it. No, this did it. And it's
I broke the dam.
The problem while we play tennis and back and forth and knock around the blame game.
It takes everybody to build a society, and it takes a village to raise a child. And until people start working together instead of cordoning themselves off and well, you do what you're going to do, and I'm going to do what I'm going to do, and we don't have to interact with each other, but we can still be friends and stuff like that, which is unfortunately kind of... I feel like I may have pissed off Judas by giving them the hard questions, which that's what makes a good stream. But ultimately, he is in the same kind of mindset where he does have a lot of physical problems that gives him a lot of pain and sometimes makes him very dizzy. And so
I might have gone a little bit overboard because something about like telling me to just get over it, and it was a long time ago. It's like I'm still banned. Like when is he gonna get over it? Like that got under my skin a little bit because it's just.
Honestly, I think it's for the
just,
best. I think it's for the best that we're banned. I think it's for the best that we can't go back there because we would have witnessed the flooring rot out from under us in real time instead of getting kicked out before that happened.
If I hadn't got banned, I wouldn't have been spurned along to actually start making friends IRL again. So in some ways, like being banned is probably better off for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, like I said, I don't really have any hard feelings towards it all. I do kind of have like some guilty pleasure in watching him struggle because
I know, me too. Because he's been such a dick.
Well, it's like I'd said in that first stream that you had me on when Dave was on here. The thing that upset me the most was not even the banning. It was the fact that I couldn't even read the goodbye messages that people left in my profile because of the shitty way Null designed his website. He could never prevent people from posting on profiles, is what I believe. So to work around that, he just wouldn't let you view people's profiles as a banned user.
Yeah.
And that was like the last slap in the face of like, Dave wrote a goodbye message in my profile and I couldn't even read it. And that's what infuriated me the most. That the fact that I had to make a sock account to just read the goodbye messages. And it's like, something about that just strikes me as just evil. You won't even let somebody have closure from being banned from your website.
I mean, he actually, in Null's credit, he actually did give me like a full day to get my goodbyes in and trade other information for other websites to communicate on before he banned me. But he banned me for something that I straight up didn't do. And that's the insane part. And then you have all these schemers that thinking that they gotta win by manipulating him into thinking that I was gonna sue him when I never did. They get these schemers saying that, oh yay, it's great, but then their lives get more boring. Because now I'm not around for them to bully and hate on.
Well, the thing that he banned me over, it just seemed like it was just a whim that he had. Because me posting that I was no longer going to support the website, I think was like a week-old post. He had already read it, seen it, reacted to it, got huffy about it. But just like one day out of the blue, he's just like, no, I've had enough of this. I don't want him here anymore.
And I'm be honest, I think that if you have supported somebody to the tune of like 4 figures in the past, and then all of a sudden you go, you know what, I'm not going to support things, instead of going, all right, can I kick you out, which shows to everybody that could support you that it's not worth it. It's not going to get you anything. Like, not that you're trying to buy anything, but it's like you get nothing but contempt for actually donating to him. You know, he doesn't actually respect what you're giving to him, so why give it to him at all? Like it's just not a wise business
it's kind
model.
of the one piece of valid criticism Nick Fuente has made about Trump is the people that most ardently support Trump are the ones that get burned the most. If you stick your neck out for Trump, he's not going to like help represent you in court. He's not going to like pardon you. He's not going to save you. Like, Trump is going to leave you out to dry.
Trump apparently likes cucking people, like actually sexually cucking people, like cucking them with their wives and shit like that. He's a business pervert. That's what I call him. But it's crazy. Null has always quoted Trump over and over and over again because he wants to be in that position where he can do whatever he wants. But Trump is very interestingly putting us in a position where more people are aware of the problems than ever before, and that's one of the reasons why I'm just like, no, things are all right. Just be patient, be calm. Things are okay. This sort of deep, deep rot, systemic rot in our country goes so deep, and there's so much pain, and there's so much like a conveyor belt of child molestation that we saw a little glimpse of in the tip of the iceberg that was the Epstein files. There is a conveyor belt of child molestation that happens in foster homes and all over the place. There is torture, there is depravity, and like Trump is exposing the fact that we can't just all, you know, have 6-figure jobs and have barbecues if this is going to be the overwhelming evil like character of the website. We're all damned and we're all going to be going down with the ship. or we're going to fix the ship first and foremost by dumping over these fucking pedophiles. You know, that's the first step. Is like there's a lot of pedophiles in the country, and they can just flee to Israel when they get caught, and that needs to change. You know, this whatever fucking law, like the judges that you were, or one of us was criticizing judges earlier because they can just do whatever the fuck they want because it's the freedom of speech thing, it's the First Amendment thing. Who's going to stop them? Well, people really need to go back to how America was at the beginning, where people are just like, oh, we found a pedophile, hang them high, you know.
Well, it's like if you even read like the Constitution, the carve-out that created the Supreme Court basically said it could be ended any time you wanted. Basically, it said that you would elect a court that would be for a time, and basically the wording of it, basically, if you read it the way it was originally written, is you could abolish the Supreme Court when you didn't need it anymore.
That'd be interesting.
So you basically would raise a Supreme Court because you needed to handle like a constitutional case, and then dismiss it when you no longer needed it. And there's things like that haven't been tested yet. I feel like for some of those issues, we're so far down the river on it that we're not going to go back on it. Like, I don't think it would actually succeed, like abolishing the Supreme Court like that. But there are untested things that are written in the Constitution that, by their plain reading, allows for that carve out.
Interesting. I didn't know that. How are things over in Virginia ways? I hear the politics over there are getting fucking crazy.
It's kind of holding on. The courts have pretty much held up most of what Abigail Spanberger has been trying to do.
They better not take your guns away.
Confiscation. No, the way it panned out, from what I understand, the way I've been told, is the Attorney General, Jay Jones, waited too long to file for the cases to be consolidated into like a class action lawsuit. So now they're all separate cases in separate courts with separate judges. So they're basically getting hammered from like 3 or 4 different cases with 3 or 4 different judges who are not all bought and paid for liberals. So basically, she's kind of lost on the gun case.
Good. Because that's the thing that's going to prevent people from getting drafted.
Order has pretty much stopped it going into effect anyway. So you can still go to like your local gun shop and still buy guns because the laws she passed are not in effect yet because of the court stay. So in that way, it's not too bad. Some of the bad problems are just still kind of the same lingering things of most of the state's money goes to kind of like Loudoun County, Alexandria, all these places in the north where most of the DC people live and then commute to DC, and it doesn't go to us in rural southern Virginia.
Well, on that good note, that they did not take away your guns, did you want to end the stream? Because I got to piss like a racehorse.
Yeah, man. If you want to end the stream, that's fine.
Yeah, it's been 3 hours since I started. Hopefully Judas will not be mad at me, so we can get together in DMs and figure out another time for a stream or something like that. But if you ever want to do the stream with just you and me, hit me up in the DMs and let's make some plans.
All right, man. All right, Judas, I'm sorry if I got too heated with you.
I'll pass that on if he doesn't hear it in the thing. All right, man. You have a good. Nice talking to you.
You too.